In Turkey, President Trump was asked about the state of the ceasefire agreement with Iran in the wake of Tuesday's attacks on 3 ships in the Strait of Hormuz and U.S. airstrikes in return.
As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. But they have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars.
And now the president says the U.S. is preparing for another night of strikes against Iran. Pennsylvania turnpike tolls are going up again in 2027, but not by as much as in recent years. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the story.
The Turnpike Commission unanimously approved a 3.5% toll hike Tuesday, taking effect January 3rd, 2027. Easy Pass customers will pay 7.5 cents per mile, up from 7.3 cents, plus a higher fee at each overhead toll gantry. Toll by play drivers will see a similar increase, paying 15 cents per mile, up from 14.6 cents, with gantry fees rising from $2.26 to $2.34. It's the 19th straight annual increase, with officials citing long-term debt obligations tied to statewide transportation funding. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A 68-year-old man is dead after being struck by a vehicle last night in Beaver County. The police believe the 23-year-old driver was under the influence at the time of the incident around 10 p.m. in the 2600 block of Broadhead Road in Aliquippa. Troopers say Jeffrey Owens was fatally injured as he was crossing the street and died at the scene. 23-year-old Marcus Barkovich was arrested and charges are pending. With Allegheny County Jail Warden Alex Wingard leaving, some county council members want whoever takes over to continue his reforms. Here's News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
Having brought about changes like better medical care and improved relations with the Jail Oversight Board, Council member and Oversight Board member Bethany Hallam says she wants to find someone just like Wingard to take over. Council member Suzanne Filiaggi told Hallam that she has noticed improvements at the jail.
And we can hope that the culture has his culture that he's built has had the influence that we need, so we're not going back to square one or minus.
I hope so too, but I think even he will tell you there is still a lot of work to do on a culture that was built over decades of mismanagement of the jail.
In other developments, Hallam was among the no votes against Senator Devlin Robinson, who was still appointed to a 4-year term on the Airport Authority Board. Cultural Trust CEO Kendra Whitlock Ingram and businessman Jim Spencer were also approved without any no votes. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
A cash 5 ticket worth $500,000 in Tuesday's drawing was sold in Allegheny County. That ticket, matching all 5 numbers, was purchased at Giant Eagle on Walsh Road in Crafton. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 527 points at 52,398. The S&P down 40 points now, and the NASDAQ is down 92. KDKA Sports, the Pirates and Braves will play the second of 3 games tonight, after Ryan O'Hearn hit 3 home runs last night in a 12-4 win over Atlanta. Jaron Jones will start for the Bucks at 6:40. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03, 76 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. The Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 5-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or schedule us at COMERcross.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
We bring good news this time, Marty. It looks like the outbound Parkway East delays will be easing soon. They're pretty heavy, backing before that Oakland on-ramp that comes up from Bates Street and 2nd Avenue. And it's all because we had, past tense, this is the good news part, had the Squirrel Hill interchange partially closed as you were trying to make your way up toward Beechwood Boulevard near the intersection with Forward Avenue. That was the scene of an earlier accident. Just before this report, it looks like crews and the police got everything cleared out of the way. So things are moving once again there, but doing so very, very slowly. So leave extra travel time there. Parkway East inbound heavy at Edgewood. Swissvale Parkway West inbound is still sluggish right around Parkway Center. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be very warm and humid with times of sun and clouds, a stray afternoon thunderstorm as well, high 87. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Lose weight, destroy cravings, late day binges, stress eating, no hunger, no willpower. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Man, this guy's lit up last night. Man. Christine came home, and Christine's here with me. First thing you asked was at one of those churches that we see on Mount Washington. Yes. Yes. It's a massive fire. If there's good news in these sorts of things, and there probably isn't, no one hurt.
Thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully. They made an arrest, and there's kind of a bizarre twist to it. And by the way, no determination yet, because what happens with fires this big is they're so hot. They still have hot spots, and I'm no expert, but I have friends that are. They really can't go trouncing around in there until it cools down, quite frankly, to determine cause. So we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. We know they arrested a guy at the scene for trespassing, not for the fire. But what happened with him and where he's from and why he was here is weird and bizarre, and you got to stay tuned here for a second, because I want you to hear the circumstance of him and why he was actually in Pittsburgh, which is a tad bizarre. Listen to as this thing exploded last night on Mount Washington. Listen to this.
Attention all companies, stand by for a fire 2 dispatch, zone 427. Now working a non-dwelling possible structure fire, the intersection Kearsarge Street at Fetzer. First party caller reporting lots of smoke coming from this building. Get all companies stand by for a fire 2 dispatch, zone 427. Now working a non-dwelling building structure fire, the intersection Kearsarge Street at Fetzer Street. First party caller reporting lots of smoke coming from the building at this intersection. Responding companies 27 engine, 28 engine, 26 engine, 26 truck, 30 truck, battalion 4, 22 engine as a go-to, MAC 1 battalion 1 as safety chiefs. Companies coming on fire 2, 1806.
427, just be advised, the caller's now saying it's Grandview Church is what they're giving as the location, Grandview Church.
Copy that. Fire on the first floor. Don't be afraid to grab the 2.5.
Come in from 28 engine. We're about to make our way to Kearsarge. You want a hydrant?
Definitely grab a hydrant. We might need 2.
Wow.
Come in for 27. 27, go. We do have fire above us on this floor.
Wow.
We're trying to find an entrance all the way up.
Wow.
Copy that. Fire above you. Dispatch from Battalion 4.
Battalion 4, got.
Give me the second.
Copy, across the second.
PC4 22 engine. We're taking a in after 27. We're supposed to be the go team, but we're going to back them up. Dispatch from command. I have a two-story church, approximately 100 by 50. I got smoke showing from all eaves. 27 is reporting fire above
Massive
them.
fire.
We have two good hydrants at this time.
Nice.
26 truck is making their way to the rear. I got a bunch of rigs on Kearsarge right now. I got 28 out front with a hydrant and 27 with a hydrant.
Command, that's all copy.
27 from command. How we looking? We got the Buffalo fire knocked down here. See if you just got a check for extension above us. Received. I'm going to try to get a crew right in behind you with a line.
PC4 26 engines. We have a ton of fire on the second floor here. D side.
East side, second floor, lots of fire. Copy that.
It's amazing.
Command from safety, we have a change in smoke conditions on the Delta Alpha corner. We have heavy pressurized black smoke coming from the Delta side, top window.
Copy that. It's all coming out of the church side. That back building seems to be clear. It's all coming from the front. Operations, do you have guys crews on the second floor of the church building? Chief, I believe 26 engines there.
Amazing.
Copy that. I'm sending engine 30 in behind them. Command.
Wow.
Unit 40. Okay, Unit 40. Charlie's side of this addition got a big sign on it, danger wall damage. It's bowed prior to the fire. We have some water infiltration coming through it. Copy that. Copy that. Dispatch command. Evacuate the building.
Amazing.
Attention all companies for zone 427. Command is requesting you evacuate the building at this time. Again, all companies for zone 427 on Kearsarge Street, please evacuate the building per command. Time is 1843.
We're amateurs, honey, but I love the way they manage that. Calm, the plan, where they're at.
It's fascinating listening to them and the people inside the fire, like on the second floor, describing what they're seeing, and then in real time saying you need to evacuate.
Yes, so professional.
Yeah.
And they're the best, man. Pittsburgh firefighters, they kick ass. And they realize we can't do anything here. That thing was poof.
Well, I mean, it was a risk to their lives
Yes.
if walls are bowed and there's, active fire. And especially it looked like the building was at a loss. There were no lives at risk. You can't risk the firefighters' lives.
Massive fire. And then this happens. Listen.
You notify ours. I believe the fire department did. I'll check. 388. 388.
All right, the person who 25 has detained right now is considered a suspect in this fire. Arson is aware.
Copy.
388, just for situational awareness, this person tried to enter the fire, was stopped by fire, and then subsequently detained by us.
I have a crazy police report on this guy that they detained. I have a crazy background on this guy, and why he was in Pittsburgh is even more bizarre. Meantime, Scanner Mike, my brother, Mike Fisher, wow. What is fascinating, Mike, and you know this so well because you're such a pro at this. Man, those firefighters, they got it together, man. Planning, attack, where everybody's at. It's actually fantastic, isn't it, to hear?
Marty, how about them Pittsburgh firefighters?
Wow.
Amazing.
I mean, Mike, like precise, right?
They get the job done no matter what the job is, and that's one of the great things about our fire department. They don't mess around.
And the other thing, my man, they got out of there because this thing got big fast. Big. You know that?
It got big fast. Even when they first started, we understand that not a lot of people listen to the firefighter lingo.
Right.
He said, 2.5, run the big line. That's like the oh crap line.
Oh.
Walls are bowing. Walls are coming down. There's fire above us. We're screwed. It's a go team. So go team is you are the backup in case a firefighter gets hurt. They're saying we're just going to go in, figure it out. So it was that bad that they just went for it. And you hear more trucks going and numbers are going in. It's a big fire. Just listening to it, you thought, uh-oh.
It was also good to hear they
though.
had 2 working hydrants. That is iffy sometimes in an old city on a hill. So, to be honest,
we test them a lot, but as soon as you crack 2 working hydrants right off the bat, you're going to lead to 3 to 4 real quick. So.
Yes. Man, brother.
So I was like, let's get two. That's a good idea.
Man,
So
brother.
Yeah.
And
good old urban planning.
And my man, no one hurt. Love hearing that. No one hurt.
We had one guy had some heat exhaustion, but he's fine.
My brother, you were the absolute best. So critical to folks feeling what's going on out there, man. Thank you so much. Scanner Mike, my brother, the best. Folks, that building has been a point of contention. That you got to hear about this after the break. And you got to hear the background of this guy who was arrested and why he was in Pittsburgh. It's going to floor you. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up is things are dissipating on the outbound Parkway East, Marty. We had heavy traffic delays approaching the Squirrel Hill tunnels. It's getting better now that the Squirrel Hill Homestead interchange has fully reopened after an earlier accident. So things improving there. Things improving on the inbound ride approaching the Squirrel Hill tunnels, too. You just have delays between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the inbound tunnel portal. Parkway West is heavy at the Parkway Center Mall overpass as you come inbound toward town. Slow traffic getting up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge, too, but no accidents in your way. It's construction that's in your way with the lane restrictions southbound on the Parkway North, I-279. That's as you're approaching between Bellevue, Westview, and Perrysville, so heads up there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Colonel is the king of chicken. That's why he's always had a beef with beef. But on Wednesdays, he's squashing the beef by frying it. KFC Country Fried Steak is here for only $4.99. Crispy golden outside, tender steak inside. Served with peppery gravy, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit. At last, the Colonel and beef buried the hatchet in gravy. Get the $4.99 Country Fried Steak Wednesdays for a limited time only at KFC.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax, tip, and fees extra.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. And if there's two things you can count on, it's your smoke detector battery dying at 3 a.m. Not 3 p.m. on a Saturday when you have nothing going on, but in the middle of the night when you're fast asleep.
Oh, come on!
Get 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Just one more thing you can count on. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
To you at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan, to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive. And they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC. JK's done it again. I'm serious. My boy JK, the Oakmont Restaurant King, has done it again. Folks are texting me, man, did you see this restaurant? Whoa. Did you check out Abode? Whoa. Marty, it's beautiful. Marty, the food's fantastic. Marty, it's home-style cooking. Marty, it's fabulous. It's fresh. It's clean. It's amazingly different. JK did it again. Check out his new restaurant in Oakmont, Abode. It is rocking.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin, with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
Calvin, you know what I love most about this job? That moment when the job's done. Maybe it's a new roof, upgraded siding, or a deck that makes you want to be outside, and you see that look on the customer's face.
Yeah, man, that never gets old. The care, the clean work, no shortcuts. And that's just how these Cousins have been doing it ever since Grandma's garage.
And that's not changing.
Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
So my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call him.
Celebrate the month of July with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129 and get your air ducts cleaned for $5.99 per unit. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com and take advantage of the savings today.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Notify ours. I believe the fire department did. I'll check.
388.
388.
All right, the person who 25 has detained right now is considered a suspect in this fire. Arson is aware.
Copy.
388, just for situational awareness, this person tried to enter the fire, was stopped by fire, and then subsequently detained by us.
All right, that is important. So, listen, this is from cops. While investigating the fire, a person identified as Colton Normand ran through the hose lines. So, honey, he ran across the hose lines of the fire as they're trying to do their job. Listen to this.
Meaning in front of the water.
He ran over the hoses.
Wow.
Over them. And ran directly toward the building that was actively on fire. Norman went to a window on a side of the church and appeared to attempt to either get in or look inside. Cops gave verbal commands to get away and asked him what he was doing. He said, "I wanted to look at the fire." He was detained and handcuffed, escorted to a safer area. Asked his name, he said, Tyler. He lied. Asked his last name, he said, "Do I have to?" He lied again. They detained him for obstructing fire operations. And they were under official investigation. Asked for the name again, wouldn't speak to cops and turned away. They were able to determine that he provided a false name. He trespassed verbally by cops earlier in the week. So he'd been to this house.
Right.
There's a theory to that, by the way, and I'll talk about that in a second. He has a history of violent tendencies, such as resisting arrest and assault and battery on certain personnel cops. Norman has a non-extraditable warrant out of Boise, Idaho for those charges. He's in custody right now. While he's handcuffed, he was calm, intentionally watching the fire. Okay, that's it. They got approval for the charges. He's now in jail. At this point, he has not been charged with anything related to setting this fire. Let me be clear about that. But let me say a couple things. Looks like he was squatting in that house. And, honey, they also found a pass. This is actually weird. A pass on him from the Furries Convention.
No way.
Yeah. And again, the Furries Convention is wonderful. Those folks are wonderful. But it looks like he was in Pittsburgh for the Furries Convention. Looks like he's been squatting in this abandoned church and has this weird history.
Wow.
Yep. A city councilman, one of my favorites, Anthony Coghill. Good morning, sir. A hell of a fire, but also the way the fire department handled it. Amazing, is it not, sir?
Marty, they were incredible. I watched from the time they got set up there. This thing became like an inferno very quickly. Very dangerous situation. And I cannot speak enough about not only our firefighters, but they were just incredible.
Amazing.
But also the police that were on the scene, the EMS was on the scene. I mean, our public safety, we spend a lot of money to support our public safety. And I wish people could see what I saw yesterday to see they're worth every dime that we put into them. And we have to invest more into fire in particular.
My man, the way they orchestrated that response was amazing, sir. Amazing.
No, it really was. And my girlfriend, Lisa, lives right next door to that building. And that's kind of what brought me there. So, they were spraying her house down so it wouldn't catch fire. Just the professionalism and the way they took on this really difficult fire was so impressive to watch, and I'm so proud of them.
Councilman, that building has been...
And I will say, Marty, Councilwoman Salinetro was on the scene as well, just comforting people, just finding out what's going to happen today, what's going to happen next. So it was such a great joint effort, and I was glad that she was on the scene because it was very helpful.
Anthony Coghill, the best. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
You got it. Thank you, Marty. Goodbye, Christine.
Bye.
One of my boys, one of my favorite people, Robbie Mikowski. How are you, brother?
Marty, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
So Robbie lives up there and is very engaged as someone in the community, gives a damn, which is why I love him. Not speaking out of line, that building has been a point of contention, right? Is that fair to say that, sir?
Yeah, so Marty, I work with a group called Neighbors on the Mount. It's a volunteer group up there, but there was a meeting held recently. Now, just to be very clear on this, I was not at that meeting, and that was run by the CDC, the Mount Washington CDC, the Community Development Corporation. And when I was briefed on the meeting, so we have two separate groups up there. We have the Community Development Corporation, we have Neighbors on the Mount up there, but there was a rezoning meeting held recently. And Marty, I don't remember the exact date, but I know it was, I believe, a couple weeks ago when that happened. And from what I was told, again, this is from what I was told, just to be extremely clear, is that there were some people that were against the rezoning, I believe. Again, from what I've heard, there was a developer going to come in, develop, I want to say 8 or 9 stories of residential development. We're talking about a church. And Marty, you mentioned that the person that was arrested was potentially squatting in there. We've heard other stories before of people going in there for the wrong reason into that church. That has not been a functioning church for a while now.
Excellent.
But then, again, I was told the meeting got contentious. Some people wanted the rezoning, some people didn't. And next thing you know, we find out it's on fire.
Well, Robbie,
I have no idea what
to be honest, because you're real smart about that community. Anytime anyone wants to develop up there, the old farts who put the chairs out to protect their parking spaces go nuts. They just do. They hate it.
Marty, we have a few morons in Mount Washington, and it's not to be denied.
I agree.
And it's just the truth because, you know, when you think about it, Grandview Avenue is already, Marty, you've noted this before. I mean, you know, Grandview Avenue has been an absolute circus lately.
Yep.
You know, we've had fights in front of St. Mary's.
Sure.
There was a guy, Marty, you posted a video urinating on somebody's house on Grandview Avenue. I mean, so we're already, you know, we got night racers up there every night, revving engines. People can't sleep. So it's been an absolute circus act for a couple summers now on Grandview Avenue. And we try to do the best we can. We just put some planners out there. A lady named Heather Brady, a wonderful community leader up there, stepped up and helped us develop and beautify Grandview Avenue. So, look, old farts, like you said, or whatever you called them, Marty, whatever term you used is not wrong because they're stuck in their ways and they can't advance forward. So when you get development up there that's not interfering with people's views, that's the number one concern people have up there, and that's understandable.
Plus, Robbie, there's to your point, brother, there's a criminal element up there that's never been there before, and it's scary as hell.
It has gotten worse in the last 2 years. This summer has gotten brutally bad, brutal. And then, but if these people develop, Marty, they have tax dollars going into our neighborhood. They're going to solicit our businesses. They're going to use our restaurants, bars, all that kind of stuff. So, Marty, I don't know what's going on with all this. I would love to find out exactly what happened because nobody knows right now. But thankfully, no one was hurt. Thankfully, no other properties were affected by that. And you only had one idiot try to enter an active fire, which is some of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life.
Thanks, Robbie.
But Marty, we'd love to get everybody on the same page. Marty, you have a good day. Christine, you have a great day, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, my man. Right back.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
76 and cloudy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A frustrated President Trump now says
He believes the ceasefire agreement with Iran, along with a memorandum of understanding, are over. And the president made those comments today at the NATO summit in Turkey. ABC's Rachel Scott is there.
This morning, President Trump declaring the deal he signed with Iran just 3 weeks ago is now dead, calling the negotiations a waste of time.
To me, I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people.
Overnight, Iran and the U.S. trading fire. Tehran launching attacks across the region, targeting U.S. military sites in Bahrain and Kuwait.
And now the president says the U.S. is preparing another night of strikes against Iran. Visit Pittsburgh is calling last week's Anthrocon a huge success, despite the fact the event was changed due to the oppressive heat. A big change was canceling the furry parade. Executive Director and CEO Jared Bacher was Larry's guest on the Big K Morning Show.
But this is their 20th year anniversary in Pittsburgh, and they had a little over 20,000. I think their exact number is around 20,816 people who attended Anthrocon this year. So the event continues to grow. A big number of those individuals come across from Europe, so it's a global event that continues to grow here in Pittsburgh.
Bacher said Anthrocon's growth is testing the limits of the convention center's capacity, and officials may have to reconsider how the event fits the facility. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 646 points at 52,279. The S&P is down 46 points, and the Nasdaq down 114. KDKA Radio News Time 10:31. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Audie and Hearing.
Summer is here, and it's not too late to create a summer fun budget for the whole family.
You know, have a family meeting, say that we want to allocate a certain amount of money, and you can tell the kids how much that is for summer fun.
Financial planner Sherry Greco-Rikis says a fun budget also teaches the art of compromise.
We can all have anything we want. Not everything.
Plus, you can get a jump on 2027.
To set next year's as well.
I'm Rob Hart.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audie and Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audieandhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
When summer heat hits, the right replacement windows will help your home feel more comfortable. At PJ Fitzpatrick, you get American-made, energy-efficient windows that are beautiful, affordable, and built to last. That's PJ Fitzpatrick, backed by 45 years of experience, thousands of 5-star reviews, and a lifetime materials and labor guarantee. Schedule your free design consultation at trustpj.com. That's trustpj.com.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Wow, the Medicare stuff. Confusing, stressful, planning is difficult, it can be expensive. Check this out. I love MediConnect. They can talk Medicare. It's easy to follow. You can be confident in your coverage. Folks, I trust them. They've had great success. There is no cost for their help. They're local. Their advisors are live. Seriously, in your neighborhood. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. Give them a call. Hey, folks, appliances are big purchases. Mistakes can quickly become expensive. That's why I recommend Voss TV and Appliance. Family owned since 1960. Pittsburghers have trusted Voss for decades because they do right by people. The Voss family and their entire team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out and provide helpful advice before, during, and after your purchase. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser Ellen Woods. So,
what's up is daylight road work, Marty, and it is really slowing the go for folks who are trying to get toward town on the I-279 Parkway North stretch. You're getting into sluggish traffic as far back as the Bellevue Westview interchange, and it stays slow go down past a lane pinch right by the on-ramp that comes from Perrysville's interchange to the inbound Parkway. So definitely leaving some extra time as you travel from the northern suburbs there is a great idea. Parkway West on the inbound, bumper to bumper at the top of Green Tree Hill as you try to fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Things have calmed down considerably over on the eastern suburb trek. Just minor delays for you in either direction at the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Earlier delays because of an accident at the Squirrel Hill Homestead interchange on the outbound side have cleared. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds for the rest of today. Very warm and humid with a stray afternoon thunderstorm and a high of 87. Warm and muggy tonight. Some clouds and a shower or thunderstorm in the area. Tonight's low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
I want to play a couple clips. This team takeover thing has become a national story, but I don't give a damn about the rest of the country. I care about here. Local businesses are saying to hell with this. Market Square, you better have ID. You're not coming in here. Smart move. Kenny Weird, same thing. You better have an adult with you. You're not coming in here. Smart move.
And now Sandcastle doing the same thing.
Boom. Why are they doing it? Because these idiot teens are ruining their business and scaring the hell out of people. Is it not, honey?
Absolutely scary, yeah. I mean, as someone who works downtown, you really have to be on the lookout, and people are nervous. In fact, they've expressed to their companies who want them to come back to work that they're nervous about that.
I want to play two clips. One, cops are now on patrol because the idiot teens have taken over the local city pools. Listen.
I will be 3692 from now until 2000 hours for Sector 2 swimming pool details.
That's to make sure that you feel okay going, South Side, same thing.
Oh, yeah, big problem there, too.
Same thing. Restrict access to the morons. Send them elsewhere. Wherever the hell it is, I don't know. Listen to this clip.
Clear of MCB on paperwork. Show me going around to Bloomfield Pool for a pool check. 510 days. 510. Just note there's going to be about approximately 40 juveniles here from a ministry, so we're going to be code 4.
Did you hear that, honey?
From a ministry.
How cute is that?
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So that was a takeover where they were having fun.
Right. It wasn't a bad thing. It was a good thing.
Right. So there are my point is every teen out there is not a derelict. And that this group of kids showed up to have fun and enjoy themselves and laugh and sing. Not to create havoc. Outside of that, here's what's happening. What a shock The local civil rights groups are lining up for grant money. Why? We need a task force. Do we? We need a summit. Do we? We need a balloon release. Do we? We need candles. Do we? We need a march on City Hall. Do we? My brother Anthony. Do we, Anthony? Is it grant time? Is it balloon release time, Anthony? Do we have a kumbaya moment out of this, sir?
No, but it is rug cutting time, because I got a hold of For Your Eyes Only memo from the East Liberty Chamber of Commerce that's saying the Target may be considering getting out of there, and Walnut Capital is not going to do some investments that they were considering because of what's happening in East Liberty every weekend. It's outrageous.
Whoa. So you're saying, by the way, that picture you have up, that is not Anthony. That's Rich Chupka on the stream. So, Anthony, repeat what you just said. So Target, by the way, was the foundation for billions of dollars in development in East Liberty. Yes, sir?
Yes.
And
Target
you have
and the Home Depot restaurant and the Whole Foods.
And you have been in there when you've seen it hit the fan, have you not?
Yeah. You could see it. They finally cleaned things up, but you got these hooligans deciding they're going to take over. Then you've got the activists who are just screaming gentrification. So we're caught in a quandary here in the East Liberty Garfield area. It's a mess.
Well, and our daughters at Pitt go to that Target and said they've been scared. They literally ran out of fear because of some scary stuff going on right around there.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't. If you go in there now, see, and that's what's happening. Look, there are condos, there are apartments. Some of these apartments are $5,000 for a one bedroom.
Oh yeah,
and they've got people doing donuts at 4 a.m. right out on the street. I mean, how long do the city think this is going to last? They're going to get out of here.
So the activists came out and said the kids are just having fun. You said, hell no, I was there and saw this. Yes, sir?
Yes. Yeah, I did. I confronted them because they were trying to turn this into the Bowery Boys or the Little Rascals or something. And I said, hold up. Not with fireworks being propelled at police, propelled at citizens, fighting, busting into stores. I mean, this is outrageous.
Wow.
And Friday they're supposed to be having – I'll send you a memo that I got about something in the Hill District where they're going to complain about the police and the city and the Penguins and everybody else.
So now they're lining up for grants. One hood wants a grant. They want a task force. How effective would a task force be, Anthony?
Just to fill their pockets so they can go off and do what they want to do with the money. They know it has no effect because the people who need to be talked to, they're not coming to these events. They're not listening to those
Hell
folks.
no.
So the good kids will go, and there are good children. But unfortunately, they're being overshadowed by the criminal element.
Hey, review what this memo says from the chamber about Target. This is huge.
Well, yeah, but it's like I said, I don't want to get the person who gave it to me because it's a For Your Eyes Only memo. But it states that every weekend their business is being affected. It was already affected by loss and prevention, but now it's gotten to the point where no one wants to come from outside the neighborhood to the neighborhood.
Wow.
And that's costing them money. And it also said they'll be like Chicago and Minnesota.
Wow.
They'll close them. The urban areas have been a failure. They also brought up what's happening in downtown where they have a Target.
Hold on. Patrick, correct me if I'm wrong here, Patrick. Top 1, 2, or 3 in terms of theft in the country, the Target downtown, yes, sir?
Well, there were 2 others ahead of it, but those closed.
No.
So we might be the top one at this point.
Wow.
So, Anthony, their commitment to urban areas is deteriorating rapidly, sir.
Yes, they can't. As you knew from a couple of years ago, where John Eagle was telling you the same thing.
Yeah.
They were hit hard. Yeah. And to the point where, hey, let's be clear, Salams, where's that now?
Oh, it went.
It's gone.
Gone.
Who went? And Marty, we said before they opened it, that was what was going to happen.
We did. So right now there's discussions with Target and folks in East Liberty, including Walnut Capital, that they're considering the possibility, if something doesn't change, of possibly closing, sir. It's that dramatic.
Pulling out.
Wow.
Pulling out. Walgreens and the Walgreens too on Center.
Wow.
They just can't keep taking these hits. And, because you've got 4 or 5 churches that have all these homeless folks there, too. So the homeless spend the night there. Then they're wandering the neighborhood like Night of the Living Dead all day. So, I mean, it's a mess down here, man.
Wow. Anthony, you have confronted some of these activists, have you not?
Yes, I have.
And said what,
Because
sir?
I was tired of the rhetoric is ridiculous. Because, I told them, I said, look, this is 1965, fellas. These folks are out of hand. They're out of pocket. They're causing all kind of havoc. And see, they have this impression that gentrification is what's the problem. No, these businesses create jobs. That they're a good thing, but they'll be gone if we don't stop this. So I don't know where it goes, Marty.
Wow, I'm kind of blown away by this. I got to reach out to the folks at Walnut Capital. Send me that memo, please, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Okay, brother.
He's bringing it. Wow, honey, we're not saying it's happening, but there's discussions.
I mean, understandably, they're a business. They have to make money, and if people are afraid to go, they're losing business.
Hey, Patrick, your wife is in that business at scale, quite frankly, and knows this big time. This is a huge problem for any sort of retail operation in these urban areas these days, is it not, sir?
Absolutely. And when their leases come up, they have to reevaluate whether it's more cost effective to move that business or, keep hemorrhaging money.
But Patrick, your assessment, losing, and this, again, it's not happening yet. We're hearing initial discussions, but losing Target, the possibility in East Liberty and downtown would be devastating, sir, would it not?
East Liberty especially. Yeah. Downtown, I'm surprised that one's still open, frankly. They've lost so much. That is the number one loss leader for Target.
Someone told me 800,000 plus a year, but I'm told by some people it's over $1 million.
But that store in East Liberty, there's really not anything like it anywhere nearby. I mean, that is a huge draw for a lot of communities around there and a big anchor.
All right. We'll be right back. Yeah. I'm drilling down on this, reaching out to the Walnut Capital folks right now. This is huge. Wow. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? We wanted to give the warnings about some changes that have happened for the first time here this morning. So Floggerty Run Road closed down yesterday afternoon. If you had not traveled in that area since then, keep in mind you're going to have a posted detour around the closure between Broadhead Road and Route 51. And earlier this morning, slide repair work kicked in Plumboro. This is on Old Leechburg Road. And so that is now closed round the clock through later this month with a posted detour. The closure is between Windy Oak Drive and New Texas Road for the work that's happening there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Feel about CCAC. I know 2 nurses right now, no debt, working right now at UPMC CCAC grads. Check this out. They also offer 17 degree programs and 15 certificate programs completed online through their virtual campus. They cover the same content as on-campus or hybrid classes and are taught by CCAC faculty. Check it out. CCAC rocks.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Nest Expressions Window Fashion's greatest summer promotion. Free motorization on silhouette and pirouette shades going on right now. 1-888-952-NEST or nestexpressions.com.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Been 30 time, would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000, being 7 5, would have been 9 5.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on August 4th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. I hope that cooler heads prevail. I hope that the community comes up with a plan. By the way, we have the public safety director live. I love Sheldon. One of my boys, we go way back 20 years. The public safety director of Pittsburgh will be in here live in about an hour. He's got a lot to say about this. I am not discounting this issue in Pittsburgh, honey, and you know I'm not. We've watched this. I watch this stuff like crazy. But it saddens me, sweetheart, because a couple things. This is a national problem. And here's what I tell you. Whether you like these kids or not is irrelevant to me, these teens. But what happens is they're lost to the world. All these people who don't know anything say, get their parents involved. About 80% of them have one parent, and that woman is working 4 jobs, to be blunt. About 65 to 70% dropped out of school. So they're out there on the streets, man. And it breaks my heart, sweetheart. So we have generations of these kids that end up either dead, in prison, short-term or long-term. This is an American tragedy, way beyond what happens in Shadyside or Market Square. You know what I'm saying, honey?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're, like you said, they're lost. They just don't have a lot of guidance from within their family, which is where most people get, the rules and the guidance and direction. I mean, there are plenty of things kids can do in Pittsburgh. I keep hearing that. And, with Kidsburg, we're always talking about these great things kids can do, much less work as a teenager. So I don't think that's the problem. I think it's so entrenched in some of the communities, and sadly, these kids just don't have any direction.
No, and here's the other thing, and we've discussed this. No one wants to see a guy handing out cookies on Instagram, to be honest. They want to see a kid pouring cake batter on someone's head. So these kids know this formula. They light themselves on fire for clicks, sweetheart, right? For action.
Yeah,
for traction.
Yeah, they do.
And they don't understand the repercussions. I have confirmed that there is a lot of discussion right now with several businesses in East Liberty that are talking about alternative locations.
Wow.
Now we're hearing this about downtown. Now we're hearing this about East Liberty. Someone better do something fast. I'm told my friends at Walnut Capital, who are deeply respected by myself and others, are in the middle of this trying to come up with a plan with police to stop this insanity.
Well, and I do think it's going to have to be a corporate, and civic venture together.
Yes, ma'am.
There might have to be some investment from some of the corporations, especially downtown, the big ones headquarters here, but maybe even the retail too.
I agree.
To help contribute to some of the security and figuring out how to address this.
Which they're doing in Market Square. Here's the thing. And Patrick touched on this with Target. If Target were to, in extreme, leave downtown Pittsburgh and then East Liberty, it would send a message to other cities that Pittsburgh's screwed. It just would.
Absolutely.
It would be detrimental to anyone trying to suggest that Pittsburgh is a great place to live and work.
And I know Mayor Corey O'Connor came in really wanting to bring investment here, bring companies here, more development, not less. And he's trying, but this is going to be a big part of that, figuring out how to deal with these teen takeovers.
Target was the cornerstone for billions of development in East Liberty. And it was a shining light to say, look how well we're doing with downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And now the Target downtown is #1 in theft in the country. Sickening. And there are initial discussions with Target and other major businesses in East Liberty that we're getting the hell out of here. That ain't good. In fact, that's really, really bad.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
You've spent decades building your savings and planning for your future. Now the focus shifts from accumulation to protection, from growth to sustainable income you can depend on. I'm Brian Quaranta, and at Secure Money Advisors, we help retirees build structured retirement plans designed to help protect what they've worked so hard to build and preserve. To learn more, claim your copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. You're going to get help here. What's stopping people from filing bankruptcy? My friend Harold Shepley has the answer.
So many times people, they want to pick up the phone. They know they need help, but they're afraid of losing their car, afraid of losing their house. They're worried about their credit, or they're just simply embarrassed. And bankruptcy helps you keep those things. We can get your credit back in just a few short months. And believe it or not, about half of your friends have already filed bankruptcy.
Check them out at ShepleyLaw.com.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. One of our guiding principles is to provide great beds at a great value. Our goal is to prove this to our customers every single day. We believe in producing quality mattresses in our factory and selling them directly to you, eliminating the middleman markup. You can rest easy knowing that you're getting a hand-built mattress at a real value. Stop by a location near you. We're confident that you'll be able to see and feel the OMF difference for yourself. Learn more at originalmattress.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
76 and mostly cloudy at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. President Donald Trump says he considers the memorandum of understanding between Iran and the U.S. is over. That development came this morning at the NATO summit in Turkey. And later, before a meeting with Ukraine's leader, President Trump said a second wave of U.S. strikes could be on the way tonight.
We attacked Karg Island last night. We knocked out a piece. I said, don't touch the oil, because maybe we'll take over Karg Island. You know, we may take over Karg Island. There's not a thing they can do about it.
The president also repeated his threats to hit Iranian bridges, desalination plants, and other civilian infrastructure. Last night's three-alarm fire in Mount Washington destroyed a vacant church on Grandview Avenue, but a lawmaker says the firefighters and others called to the scene did a great job. City Council member Anthony Coghill gave the coordinated emergency response high praise in a chat with KDKA's Marty Griffin.
They were incredible. I watched from the time they got set up there. This thing became like an inferno very quickly. Very dangerous situation. And I cannot speak enough about not only our firefighters, but they were just incredible.
Amazing.
Fire crews arrived in less than 5 minutes, but Assistant Chief Matthew Davis said the fire had probably been burning for quite a while. The roof of the former Grandview United Presbyterian Church collapsed, and the building has been condemned. A Pittsburgh man has been arrested in connection with a downtown apartment fire. 22-year-old Jacob Cooper is accused of setting a couch on fire Monday morning in the apartment on the 300 block of Wood Street the day before an eviction hearing. Cooper is facing several arson-related and other charges. New this hour, Walmart and Sam's Club are rolling out thousands of summer price cuts. They're hoping to help shoppers save on everything from groceries to backyard essentials. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The companies say the savings are focused on the items families use most during the summer months, including cookout staples, fresh produce, snacks, drinks, toys, and outdoor gear. Walmart rollbacks include lower prices on items like fresh sweet corn, cherries, ground beef, ice cream, and 24 packs of soda. Sam's Club members will also see price drops on more than 250 items, including grilling favorites like chicken wings, hot dogs, and ribs, along with competitive fuel prices. The deals are available in stores, online, and through the Walmart and Sam's Club apps. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is still down, now 781 points at 52,144. It's down overall about 1.5%. The S&P is down 62 points, and the NASDAQ is down 180. KDKA Sports, the Pirates and Braves are playing the second of 3 games tonight after Ryan O'Hearn hit 3 home runs last night in a 12-4 win over Atlanta. Jared Jones starts for the Bucks at 6:40. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. It's 76 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round-trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
Pittsburgh, are you ready to relive the magic? Almost Queen. A tribute to Queen is taking the stage at Rivers Casino on Friday, September 18th. Experience the look, the power, and all the legendary hits, all in one place. From Bohemian Rhapsody to Another One Bites the Dust, you'll be dancing all night long. Visit riverscasino.com for tickets, and don't miss Almost Queen, a tribute to Queen, live. We'll see you there.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have a vehicle fire. This is going to slow your go for sure. Queensboro Avenue at the intersection with Brookline Boulevard in Brookline. So not an easy ride for you there. The Parkway West continues to be a tough go as well. Inbound slowdowns there on the Parkway headed for the Fort Pitt tunnels greet you right around the top of Green Tree Hill. The outbound ride toward the airport is much better by comparison, by the way. Parkway East inbound and outbound is moving fine with just a minor delay by the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Daylight road work is causing some slowdowns for you on the Parkway North, I-279. That's as you come down past Bellevue, Westview, and Perrysville, so heads up there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A mix of sun and clouds, warm and humid for the rest of today with a thunderstorm in the area this afternoon, high 87. Some clouds, warm and sticky tonight, a shower or thunderstorm, low 68. Tomorrow, more clouds and sun. Again, very warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm, mainly in the afternoon, the high 87. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Have you or a loved one recently needed nursing home care? This can be very expensive, and you could lose your life savings without proper planning. The attorneys at Julian Gray Associates have helped thousands of families navigate these difficult situations. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The strategy is to get businesses into the region. My home, your home. Hell yeah, all in. But the team takeovers have players saying, to hell with this, I'm out. I ain't hanging. I'm not dealing. And let me say this. Someone in power, and we got the public safety director here in about 50 minutes, better get their act wrapped around this today before the S hits the fan. One of my favorites who really gives a damn about Pittsburgh and its growth, Todd Reed Board with Walnut Capital. Good morning, Todd. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Todd. How are you, sir? I'm doing great. How are you, Marty?
This is not hyperbole, sir. This is a critical moment for Pittsburgh, is it not? Todd?
I lost you. I can't hear you.
Can you
Say
hear me
again?
now?
Can you hear me now? Yes.
This is a critical moment for Pittsburgh. This is not hyperbole, is it, sir?
This is not hyperbole, is it, sir? It is not. I think that, this is something that we as a city need to face reality as to what's happening in this summer. It's going on all over the country, all over the Commonwealth. We can't ignore it in Pittsburgh, but there is a sense that we're not safe in our communities. It's a lot of juvenile trouble that's going around, and we just have to get our arms around it and become sensitive to it and take action immediately.
Hey, Todd, no one has had more impact on East Liberty than you and Greg. I'm out of Bakery Square. It's like heaven. That is being jeopardized because now people are afraid to go to Target. And I'm hearing there are early discussions by Target to say, we got to fix this. Is that accurate, sir?
Is that accurate, sir? You know, I don't have any specific knowledge about Target. I do know that there's been a lot of communication with the mayor's office, with the police force. They're all aware of the issues. They're taking drastic actions. But we've had some problems in the past, and we need to correct that. And we need the county, and we need the state, and we need others to all chip in and be on the same page and recognize, number one, that there is a problem. It's a problem that's happening in certain urban shopping districts throughout the city, and it's something that we have to dedicate the resources necessary. We all know that we have budget crisis. We all know that there's many good things that need to be funded by the city. But number one, in my mind, for city is the health and welfare of the people living in the city, and safety is number one. And people need to feel safe when they're out, when they're living, when they're working, when they're shopping, and when they're congregating with their friends in the parks and the business districts. You need to feel safe. And I think we're doing a great job, but we just need to. We can't let up. We can't say that we've done a good job and there's nothing else to do. It's a day-to-day process that we need to stay on top of.
Hey, Todd, I know as a developer who really cares about growing the city, and you have, the fact is if word gets out that businesses are saying to hell with Pittsburgh, we're not safe here, that's horrible for Pittsburgh, is it not, sir?
It is. I mean, one thing, and I've lived in Pittsburgh my entire life, is that sometimes we want to rest on our laurels and we don't want to keep improving. We think we're the best that we can be, but we could even be better. Where all competitor cities are getting better every day. And I think in Pittsburgh, we have to have the attitude that we're going to keep getting better every single day. And I know the new O'Connor administration has that attitude, but I think we fell behind on that in the last few years. And I feel like we're paying for it now, where we have to have an attitude in this city that every single day we get up and want to be a better city than we were the day before. Not the same, not keep things the same they were, but get better every day. And that's what we need to do. And I think when everybody in the city pitches in, we'll make it happen.
Hey, Todd, have you had direct conversations with either the public safety director, the mayor, or someone in the police department?
I have. I mean, they've been very open and very honest with us, and I've had direct conversations, and I think that's a really positive thing. I think that we have a direct line as a huge property owner and citizens and residents of the city. We can talk to our people. We can talk to the police, and they're certainly aware of the problems, and they know that the resources need to be put together to address these issues, and they're doing it. We are meeting success. Again, it's very difficult to have 100% success in these issues and have no problems, but I think we're making huge progress. But again, we have to keep our foot on the gas pedal, and I think the police understand that. I know they understand it, and I think the mayor's office understands it, but we need city council, we need the county, we need everybody to pitch in. We need to have consequences if kids are acting up. And they have to be able to, the police need to be able to do their job. We need more police on the street. We need more police in the neighborhoods. We need more police in the business districts, and they have to be able to do their job. And the citizens need to be able to rally around the police. The police are the good guys here, and we don't have to vilify the police. They're hardworking men and women. They put their life on the line every single day, and we need to support them.
Todd Ringboard, Walnut Capital, you're within a stone's throw of a Target, and Saturday night, these punks took on the cops. They were throwing rocks at them and shooting fireworks at them. People in East Liberty are scared, sir. And that's right down the street from where you have done an insanely cool job at Bakery Square. There's this vibe with business owners in East Liberty that they can't take this anymore. What do we need to do to calm them down, sir?
Well, again, we need to dedicate the resources. It's a very, very simple equation. You have to have police presence on the streets ahead of trouble. You can't wait and react to trouble. You have to have, in the old days, beat cops. You have to have guys walking the beat in their cars. They have to have a visible presence on the streets. And we're doing that. And the police recognize that, and they're getting the resources together to do that. But we also need the general public to help. We need the parents to help. We need the business owners to help. If there's trouble there, they've got to address it immediately. They've got to call the police. They can't cater to kids that are making trouble for them or not suffer consequences. And I think it's difficult. I think it's very, very difficult. But we as Pittsburghers have to rally together around this.
I'm all in, man.
And that's what we're doing at Bakery Square. When we're at Bakery Square, we keep an eye on the place. We make sure that people that want to come there are safe and secure. It's free and open to everybody. We have public open space. We have the soccer watch games. They watch Love Island. There's a lot of great things going on there, but it's a safe and secure place because we keep our eyes on it, and we be sure that the people that come there have a safe and secure environment. And if you want to make trouble, don't come to Bakery Square. That's the attitude that we have, and I think that's the attitude that we need to have throughout the city. The city of Pittsburgh is not a place for people to come and make trouble. I understand a lot of these kids are coming from outside the neighborhoods of the city and other areas, but Pittsburgh cannot be the place where people come to make trouble.
Right on, brother. The first thing you feel at Bakery Square is there's security everywhere, and they ain't messing around. They're wonderful about it, but they're keeping an eye on it. It's important, isn't it, Tom?
That's right. It is important, and we have our guys at Bakery Square trained. They're concierge. They're not policemen. They want to have people have a good time and have fun there and be with their families and their friends, and we see it every night. As I said, I was there the other night for the showing of Love Island.
Love it.
It was wall-to-wall people there. It was the most diverse crowd I've ever seen in Pittsburgh, age-wise, racially-wise, whatever you want to call it. And they were all having fun. It was all free. You just sat in front of a large screen TV and watched Love Island for free. And that was great, and everybody felt comfortable there. And we want to keep replicating that all over the city.
Tom Rebor, my man, thanks, brother. Truth to power. Thanks, Tom.
All right. Take it easy, Marty.
My man gets it. Big time. PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is preparations continue for Friday night's closure of the Commercial Street Bridge and the Parkway East going into the Squirrel Hill tunnels around that project. And so to assist with the flow of traffic as part of the detour routes, we are seeing some configurations change. South Braddock Avenue has now been reduced to a single lane of traffic between Allenby Avenue and Monongahela Avenue. Northbound South Braddock Avenue has 2 lanes of traffic between Monongahela Avenue and Allenby Avenue. Additionally, the off-ramp from the inbound Parkway East to Edgewood Swissvale now has some lane restrictions. Only the left-hand lane at the end of the ramp will continue to allow traffic to turn left onto South Braddock Avenue. The right hand will only allow traffic to turn northbound or toward Regent Square from the South Braddock Avenue exit. They're trying to get those flows of traffic ready for the detours to come. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Tickets for Kids will host the Dress Big Happy Hour on Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. in the Casamigos Club at PPG Paints Arena. Join sports celebrities and TFK's friends from the ticketing, nonprofit, corporate, and foundation communities for a silent auction, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and the chance to play carnival games on the arena floor. For tickets, go to the events link at ticketsforkids.org.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We went to a gorgeous high school graduation party. They had beautiful custom cakes, beautiful custom cookies, all handmade, all bespoke, all of it special order from Oakmont Bakery. Now's the time to do that. And this is the place to do that. They're ready to make your perfect cake. OakmontBakery.com for trendy designs. Check it out. Delicious.
Get Marty is brought to you by Perry Calder Law. When it matters most, contact Perry Calder Law. Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Stop smoking, no cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Walk in a smoker, walk out free. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
What makes Tootie Mechanical special? It's service, man. We had a faucet in the bathroom that just wouldn't work. It was flat out busted. 2 plumbers couldn't fix it until Tootie arrived, his people. Fix it in an hour, no new parts, and a minimal service charge. It's an amazing company. HVAC experts, plumbing experts, trained by the man himself, Bob Tootie. Tootie Mechanical, 412-771-4100, the best. Life-saving, literally, life-saving, life-changing information, UPMC.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
clearly hit the fan. We have the public safety director for the city headed here. You heard Todd Reedmore with Walnut Capital. This has to be fixed today. My boys who work downtown saying Target moved from number 3 in terms of amount of theft to number 1 in the country for amount of theft from one of their stores. And then there are discussions beginning about Target's concerns about the team takeovers in East Liberty. In general terms, deeply concerned and considering the possibility of discussing they could leave East Liberty. I had to grab my boy JK. We've been singing this song for a year and a half, and now it's escalated to the point, brother, where we don't just have kids robbing gun stores. That's not inconsequential. And stealing cars. That's not inconsequential. But now they're jeopardizing the future of the city. JK, I need to know, what the hell do we do, man? Honestly, what do we do?
Get the courts involved. You need to get the juvenile judicial system on board. You need to get city council on board. You got to get county council on board. First off, they need to say, yes, we have a problem, okay? And these are the steps we want to take to address it. Or set up a meeting and everybody hash out all the things that are going on and figure out where we need to be. The tools are in place. Everything is there. We have the law enforcement, okay? We have the courts, but the cops are arresting people. The courts are letting them go. The problem is they don't believe in punishment in this time. You know, I raised my kids on praise and punishment. You do well, you get praise. You screw up, you get punished. It's a pretty simple process, and it seemed to work out okay for my family. But there's no consequences. There's no final order. There's no the hammer, the gavel coming down. It's not happening. Why is it that we have it's come to the point where we're losing our restaurants, we're losing our Target, different businesses. People can't go anywhere without the fear of being assaulted. And I blame the courts, because how is it that 12, 13, and 14-year-old kids have 12 to 20 prior felonies? And it's not like it's over a long lifetime. We're talking 15, 16-year-old kids here. So they repetitively let them out. You know, it took your show and you pushing the issue to get Sizemore, or she didn't even do it. She kept letting them out.
Yes.
Yeah, Judge Sizemore keeps letting them out, but us talking about it got reevaluation of dozens of career juvenile criminal machines that a real judge stepped in and shut them down and incarcerated. We haven't had a gun store robbery since that occurred.
Hey, JK,
imagine that.
JK, you and I have been raised in the same house, because I think the same way he does. However, there are progressive activist groups in this town that say this. Listen, this is from the Allegheny County African American Elders Council, okay? They are opposed to teen sweeps, Market Square curfew, pool lockouts, pepper spray exposure of minors. They say it targets normal youth activity, restricts movement of youth, creates unequal enforcement patterns, increases police-youth contact without cause, disproportionately impacts black youth, lacks transparency, legal grounding, and community input. In other words, they're suggesting these poor kids are getting picked on. Sir, none of this works if these judges and these politicians buy into that wokeness. Does it, sir?
Yeah, that platform is a giant smokescreen, because what are they doing? They're not doing anything. They're not being parents. They're not going down dragging their kid out of there. My dad would have located me, grabbed me by my hair, and drugged me all the way home. That's not happening. You know, they're looking for excuses and anything they can do. Their agenda is to keep crime relevant, to keep racism relevant, to keep disruption relevant, because that's their only argument. How do you argue the fact, you're harassing my son because he's 12 and 13 and he just murdered a kid down in Market Square? How do you justify that?
How do you justify 200 kids taking over East Liberty and throwing rocks and fireworks at cops? I don't know,
they're not reasonable. They're not rational. They're just delusional. They're trying to protect their own, and at a very deadly cost, I might say, because nothing is working.
Nothing.
You know, the rules are in place.
Nothing.
The guidelines are in place. The structure is there. It worked fine 15, 20 years ago. We got a new wave of woke judges in there. You got Judge Sizemore, who thinks it's funny to release incompetent to stand trial, for everything you can think of. You know, the ATF, you talk about having power and authority over the crime and getting control of it. When the ATF has to go to a kid's house who's 14, knock on his door, and argue with his mother and him to give us the guns back from the gun store you just robbed, and they say, no, we'll only give you half. Go away. You can't even charge me because I'm incompetent to stand trial.
By the way, that happened, folks. This is no hyperbole. This isn't science fiction. That happened.
That's a fact.
Hey, let me throw this at you.
Occurred.
There have been 2 suggestions, and I'm going to bring this up with the public safety director who's actually on his way in here. Number 1, a curfew. And then number 2, I wouldn't call it mass incarceration, but bring 3 buses to a scene. Put the kids in zip ties. Bring them to a holding area and make them stay there until their parents pick them up. You support either of those plans, sir?
I do. They got to make a move. They got to do something. I'd rather piss everybody off and shove them on buses instead of having some lady get hit in the head with a brick down in Market Square.
Right on.
I'd rather have that than have them climbing over the bridge, ripping off our stores, assaulting people at Targets, 2 murders. I mean, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of crimes that never needed to occur because they shouldn't have been out on the street in the first place. And here's the other relevance to this. We're so screwed up in this town, Allegheny County pays criminals to be incarcerated in the county jail, $126 a month, because we feel so bad for them. There's no place to put the juveniles.
And by the way, there's only 13 beds in Schumann for those who want mass incarceration. 13 beds, brother. 13. Sickening.
Yeah, so everything is in place. We can get this done. But when you got judges like Judge Sizemore and them goofs down there, all them woke people, just that one kid, she let him out 3 times to commit 14 major felonies. Major felonies. She let him go a week early to go to Ross Park Mall, steal a car, drive to Ross Park Mall and shoot a guy, then carjack some lady by shoving a rifle in her face, then drives to East Liberty and shoots 4 people, and then gets in a high-speed pursuit in the stolen car with that gun the next day and drives through a building. And it took another judge to step in from the outside and say, holy smokes, he keeps letting them go. So that's our problem. Shut it down. Lock them down. 1 case at a time.
Nailing it, brother. Truth to power. Thanks, my man.
Yes, sir.
My man gets it. He lives it.
Summer heat, storms, and heavy rain can put your roof to the test. Don't settle for anything less than expert care. PJ Fitzpatrick brings more than 45 years of experience, and they've earned thousands of 5-star reviews, delivering American-made, CertainTeed premium shingles. Most roofs install in just 1 day, and all come with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Flexible financing makes it easy to protect your home this summer. Visit trustpj.com today.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a Generac home standby generator.
Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh clients have electricity. Visit Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh, 1519 West Liberty Avenue. Call 412-947-4472.
Hope is not a strategy. Investments are not a retirement strategy. Market volatility, rising taxes, healthcare costs can quietly erode a lifetime of savings if you're not prepared. This is Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We're helping families every day create structured retirement income plans designed for clarity, stability, and long-term confidence. To learn more, you can claim a copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Fresh paint inside, fresh flowers outside. Summer at your house is looking good. During July 4th deals at Lowe's. Buy one, get one free. Select interior paint via mail-in rebate. Plus, get 2 1.5-gallon red, white, and blue annual hanging baskets for just $15. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See store at Lowe's.com for details and requirements. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
At Habitat for Humanity, we believe home is where you find peace, stability, and safety. But 1 in 3 people on Earth woke up today without a good home. Let's open the door to opportunity. Visit Habitat.org to learn more. That's Habitat.org.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
77 with cloudy skies at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. President Trump this morning is saying the ceasefire agreement with Iran, in his view, is over. ABC's Karen Travers is traveling with the president in Turkey.
President Trump signaled Wednesday morning that the memo of understanding signed by the U.S. and Iran just weeks ago is dead and said the ceasefire is over.
To me, I think it's over.
The president fiercely criticized the Iranians.
I don't want to deal with them and with this scum.
Despite saying he considers it to be a, quote, waste of time dealing with them, the president also said he will let his negotiating team continue working with the Iranians if they want to. Karen Travers, ABC News, traveling with the president in Ankara, Turkey.
And now the president says the U.S. is preparing for another night of strikes against Iran. New this hour, after 3 teen takeovers inside of a week, the most recent in East Liberty on July 4th, a leading developer is calling for quick action to address a growing problem. Walnut Capital President Todd Reedboard told KDKA's Marty Griffin this is a critical moment for the city.
There is a sense that we're not safe in our communities. It's a lot of juvenile trouble that's going around, and we just have to get our arms around it and become sensitive to it and take action immediately.
Nearly 150 teens were fighting Saturday night in East Liberty and shot fireworks at each other and toward police before the crowd was dispersed. A few days earlier, 2 city pools were closed after groups of unruly teens ignored the lifeguards. A 68-year-old man is dead after being struck by a vehicle last night in Beaver County. Police believe the 23-year-old driver was under the influence at the time of the incident around 10 p.m. in the 2600 block of Broadhead Road in Aliquippa. Troopers say Jeffrey Owens was fatally injured as he was crossing the street and died at the scene. 23-year-old Marcus Barkovich was arrested and charges are pending. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 842 points at 52,084. The S&P down 80 points now, and the NASDAQ is down 274. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Starting a home improvement project? Before you build a deck, plant a tree, or put up a fence, remember to call 811. Professionals from underground utilities like Peoples will mark your lines with flags so you can dig safely. Whether you're doing the work yourself or hiring a professional, calling 811 before you dig is free for homeowners. And it's the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig to keep you and your family safe. Peoples, an essential utilities company.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Nest Expressions Window Fashion's greatest summer promotion. Free motorization on silhouette and pirouette shades going on right now. 1-888-952-NEST or nestexpressions.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up is some daylight construction and lane restrictions are happening right now on the Parkway North, I-279, Marty. So if folks are trying to get into town that way on the Parkway North, coming down past Perrysville, you're in some very slow-go traffic there. Heads up as you are traveling around South Braddock Avenue between Edgewood and Swissvale and trying to exit the Parkway East inbound to South Braddock Avenue. In preparation for Friday night's closing of the Parkway East at the Commercial Street Bridge project, they have made changes to the traffic directions and flows in those areas and where you can and can't turn from that off-ramp coming from the Parkway inbound towards South Braddock Avenue. Just keep in mind that you'll find the lane restrictions there, and things have changed as they set up the detour routes in advance of that project. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be very warm and humid with times of sun and clouds, a stray afternoon thunderstorm as well, high 87. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Is it soda or is it pop? The very question has baffled philosophers for centuries. At Red Ribbon, we call it soda pop. Coming from a time when every small community had their own soda pop shop to call their own, we bottle Pittsburgh's pop with the same quality and standards as we did when the first bottles rolled off the line in 1904. Made with cane sugar, Red Ribbon Cherry Pop will take you back, way back. Look for our products at any Giant Eagle or Giant Eagle Market District, and always remember to drink Red Ribbon.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, with Medicare, this is important stuff, and there's never one size fits all. That's the beauty of MediConnect. That's why I love the company. The folks at MediConnect, they'll sit down with you in your home or in the office, anywhere you wish, to answer Medicare questions and compare plans with your current situation. There is never, ever a fee for their services. And they got 70 different plans. Medicare made simple. MediConnect, 888-818-6334.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Because we're partners in this, and because we all work as one, we all think alike, Trevin and myself and Patrick. And Patrick sent me a piece this morning that has me thinking big time about, we spent a lot of time talking about ticket prices and entertainment prices. They call it funflation. Most people can't afford to do what they want to do. It's just the truth. As an example, we went to a Broadway show in New York, The Outsiders. It was insanely good. On a Friday night, the cheap seats were $400. The good seats were $1,000. Just saying. Funflation. Patrick, my brother, this Garth Brooks thing has me interested. Describe what you're seeing, and then I got our boy Ticket Nick to straighten us out. This is actually fascinating. Go ahead, Patrick.
Right, it's very cool. So Garth Brooks just announced a new arena tour, and all of the ticket prices, from front row to the back row, same price, about $140. Right?
So what is it? First come, first serve? How do they do that? You know what I mean?
They're putting it through. So they're doing it on Ticketmaster. You know, the prices, the upfront prices.
So the first guy in is what I'm saying is, how do you get the seat in row 650 at the ceiling or the front row? Is it just by luck or lottery? Is that defined in this piece? I don't see that.
Well, here's what I see.
Yeah.
According to the tour announcement, there will be no pre-sales.
Oh, wow.
So there's no opportunities to jump ahead.
Wow.
They all go on at the same time.
Oh, my goodness.
And you can purchase up to 8 tickets, period.
Won't they use those bots and to buy tickets? Won't they just steal them up? Won't all the secondary folks get them?
That's a good question.
That's why we got Nick.
They've done some things to try and get the bots out of there. Nick can jump in on that when we grab him. But I think they're trying to stop all of that.
And by the way, what you're saying, Patrick, is spot on. I love Garth Brooks. When he was a young man, and so was I, in Tulsa, which is where I was, he was playing little bars. And now he's one of the biggest stars ever. Ticket, Nick. Brother Nick, how are you?
I'm good. How's it going, Marty?
So ostensibly, and I love Garth, he's all class. What he's trying to do is, all right, front row's $140, everything's $140. He's trying to help out fans, is he not?
He's trying to set a standard and be fan accessible.
Yep. However, I immediately saw red flags here. And because you're the guru, explain what's going to happen fast with this, sir.
When tickets go on sale, I mean, we'll be trying it just like everybody else.
Right.
I mean, I heard you guys talking about bots, and bots are illegal from here on out. They have not. You get caught using a bot, you're getting fined and possibly jail time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
There was a law passed called the Bots Act. So there's not a lot of bot activity. People will blame it as such, but there really isn't. I mean, it's not worth going through that aggravation. But I would tell you that, guys are going to work those on sales very hard.
Hell yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, like I told you prior, is, not all tickets are equal. So, a front row seat is going to be different from last row in the place. And, a side view that may have a club access is going to be worth more than, a far away seat. But when you're dealing with arenas and stadiums, some people have different views of what they feel is a good seat. Like I have a customer that my view of what a good seat is and his view are completely different.
But hold on.
He wants to.
But hold on. Just the basics here. And Patrick, you know what's going to happen, Patrick. So Joe Blow gets 8 seats for $140 each. Joe Blow sells those front row seats, Nick, in the first row for $5,000 each. Fair, Nick? Right? That's what's going to happen, right?
Yeah. He's got. Joe Blow gets. A couple.
Right.
Big. Yeah. They get a couple. Good seats. The next thing you know, they're going to sell them off.
Now, Nick, can they put the same restrictions in place that Noah Khan did, saying you get those 8 seats, you can't transfer them to someone? Lock it down.
They could, and what I would tell you is, if they do that, it would be interesting because, I mean, you still can move stuff around per se.
Yeah.
It's a lot more difficult of how you have to handle those logistics, but again, that would serve the opposite purpose. That would be a closed market.
It would.
Only a few people could dance in it.
It would.
And it would drive the price of the tickets through the roof.
Hey, Nick.
Even more so.
Patrick raised an issue, and I'm kind of intrigued by this. How will you get these Garth Brooks tickets? Do you get in some sort of electronic line in queue? How's this happen?
They will have, and when it goes on sale, which I'm sure it'll be for Eastern shows, it'll be 10 o'clock. You get in, you log in, at 10 o'clock, and you get in line, and when it's your time to start clicking and buying, it's your time to start clicking and buying. So, I mean, but like I said, I am sure that everybody's going to be banging away when Garth Brooks is doing it.
Hey, Patrick.
An arena show.
Patrick, when Harry Styles tried this, because my daughter was in queue with 21 million people, it's going to be insane with Garth, is it not? For front row for $140. Insane.
Oh, I think so. I mean, you saw Taylor Swift shut the site down. How many times?
That's insane.
Wow. Hey, Nick, here's the other thing that'll happen. I know this because I know you. I learned from you. You're my man. Guys will lie. Say they have 9 seats, front row, when they don't, sir. Right? That will happen. Yeah?
I think we're going to see a big change. That would have been a prior practice by some.
Last week.
I think we're going to see I think we're seeing a big change with a lot of exchanges and marketplaces on how they handle people posting spec tickets or not allowing it at all. I think that change is, those wheels are in action right now.
But hypothetically, theoretically, it was out there as recently as last week's. But you're saying, and no one knows better than my man, you're saying the change is coming, right? Which makes sense.
The change has been coming every day. I feel that there's a new rule or, kind of guidelines that a marketplace is updating us that we have to abide by.
Hey, Patrick, when are they selling these? When do they go on sale?
July 17th.
Oh, wow. It's going to be insane, right,
yeah,
Nick?
That's when Ticketmaster's putting them up.
Oh, it's going to be one of the biggest touring acts, guaranteed.
Ever. Oh, before you go, I have to ask him about this because I was bugging him. I always bug him because Nick has so much information that I should have been a ticket broker because it's so fascinating to me. My son sent me this clip about 2 big stars and their concerts aren't selling squat. Post Malone and Jelly Roll. They're lying about selling tickets. No one wants to go to that show. What is happening there with such big names can't sell tickets, sir?
Half of that ticket, he went from a rapper to a country artist. I'm not exactly sure that those demographics overlap all that often. So, I think, he had, I would say, a flash in the pan as a country artist. But to keep that up and to make that switch, I just think that's a lot for a consumer to digest.
Patrick, your take.
It's an interesting mix. They've both done a little bit of crossover, but are they hot enough right now to both sell out like that? No.
My son laughed his ass off. Said, Dad, they both suck. and there's no way I'm paying to see. I'm just not doing it to see Post Malone do country, whether he likes it or not. Take it, Nick, my brother, the best. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Marty.
Funcation. It's fascinating. Fascinating. Funflation vacation. Garth Brooks. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Oh, what's up is we had a stoppage of traffic, Marty, going on the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge heading toward the Fort Pitt tunnels. It was just a couple of minutes. And things are moving once again, but the damage is done. So very slow traffic coming over from the lower deck of the Fort Duquesne Bridge to the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge. And you also have sluggish traffic right around the Stanwyck Street exit ramp as you're coming inbound on the Parkway East 376 toward the point and the bridge there. Parkway West on the inbound ride is backing for you and slow right around the Parkway Center Mall overpass. You have slow-go traffic in both directions on the Parkway East near the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and daylight road restrictions on the Parkway North means that you have heavy traffic as you come down past Bellevue Westview. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus. Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
So this is a hot dog, a Gleazy, but bigger. It's a hot dog, but it's a bigger hot dog. So they're calling it the Big Gleazy.
Is it Glizzy or Gleazy? You keep screwing me up.
I'm sorry. The Big Glizzy today. he was.
This may be the first time Skeen's ever had a Glizzy.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Life-changing is happening every day at UPMC.
I've always had aspirations to serve my community. I enjoy working at Children's Hospital and being around an environment where I make the kids happy and make the kids smile. Not all hospitals have a dedicated police force, but UPMC does, keeping patients and staff safe. I want families to know that when they come to UPMC, we're here for them.
That's life-changing medicine at UPMC.
Warmer weather rolling in, right? Comes through Pittsburgh, all those storms, heavy rain, strong winds, and sudden damage. What starts as a small leak can turn into a major problem. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh responds immediately, 24/7, 365. They'll handle that storm damage and that water restoration. Every minute matters. Call 412-RECOVER. Demand the yellow van. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Allegheny Health Network announced it is the first in the region to perform a robotic-assisted kidney transplant. The health system announced that earlier this year it successfully completed the first ever robotic-aided kidney transplant for a recipient. By utilizing robotics in transplants, surgeons are able to perform the surgeries by crafting smaller incisions, which reduces the risk of additional injury. Also, a new Dick's House of Sport location is set to open outside Pittsburgh early next month. Dick's Sporting Goods announced the grand opening of its Greensburg location will take place on Friday, August 7th. The store takes over the space of a former Sears location that closed at the Westmoreland Mall in 2019. Activations for the new location will include a ribbon cutting, giveaways, and visits from 2 Pittsburgh professional athletes. Pirates rookie shortstop Connor Griffin and Steelers offensive guard Jennings Dunker, who was selected in the 3rd round of this year's NFL draft, are scheduled to sign autographs at the new location over the course of the weekend. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hold on a second. I'm doing a little search. I got to get this up here. Oh, man. This irritates me. This just happened. And it scares me. Oh, there it is. There it is. So, maybe bottom 5 worst developers in the history of mankind. Worst ever. Real estate developer, whatever hell you want to call it, in the history of mankind. This investment group, whatever the hell you want to call them, responsible for the horror show at Pittsburgh Mills. My man Patrick, how long have we been pointing out the horrendous conditions at the mills. How long, Patrick?
At least 2 years.
At least.
At least.
In fact, Patrick broke this. One day he was just out there driving around and shot a video of the moon craters. It looked like Beirut. Cars were getting in accidents, breaking axles. More than 1 million people saw it. Then it hit the fan that Namdar, this company that allegedly runs that horrible situation there, just gave up. In fact, I got this text, Patrick, from one of my boys. So Namdar, they're horrible people. How much have they been fined, Patrick? Like 20 million? Some crazy number.
It might even be higher than that at this point. And if you recall, they had to threaten one of the owners with arrest to get them to actually get the road repaved and fixed.
Hold on. This is why I love Patrick, because he's right on. Check this out. So Patrick's right. So they were ordered to pave the friggin' roads or go to jail. So I got a text this morning from one of my insiders. They were supposed to get all the paving done, but they aren't doing it. They're still playing games with prosecutors. It's so brazen, Patrick. It's so arrogant and a bit ignorant. And
it is. And they do this everywhere they go.
So, Patrick, it sent chills down my spine or up my spine or somewhere when I heard this morning one of my favorite places on earth where you and I worked for a hell of a long time, Gateway Center. The geniuses at Namdar have Gateway Center as part of their real estate portfolio. They're taking over the mortgage. You know what the kids say? Oh, my God. Patrick, I'm very, very scared. I'm scared. It's bad. Bad.
Seriously, the first thing you usually see is they stop doing the landscaping
They
work,
do.
and the appearance goes to hell.
Look for missing toilet paper. Look for dirty windows. Look for no love, no maintenance, no nothing, honey. Let me say this about Zappala and his people in the DA's office. They have been pursuing Namdar like a dog after a bone. God bless them. Without Zappala's people, they'd be doing whatever the hell they want. I would suggest that Steve knows about this sickening behavior by Namdar and that put them on warning that you better not jack with Gateway Center. It's an iconic place, Patrick, where we spent much of our career. It's awful to hear, isn't it?
It is. It's been home to not just KDKA TV and radio once upon a time, but health insurance companies, financial companies. Oh,
scary.
I hope this doesn't go the way we think it will.
Same. Up next, Public Safety Director, my man said, Marty, we got to talk. And I want to talk to your audience, and it'll be here in a few minutes live. Love it. Don't miss this.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
The Colonel is the king of chicken. That's why he's always had a beef with beef. But on Wednesdays, he's squashing the beef by frying it. KFC Country Fried Steak is here for only $4.99. Crispy golden outside, tender steak inside. Served with peppery gravy, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit. At last, the Colonel and beef bury the hatchet in gravy. Get the $4.99 Country Fried Steak Wednesdays for a limited time only at KFC.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax, tip, and fees extra.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. And if there's two things you can count on, it's your smoke detector battery dying at 3 a.m. Not 3 p.m. on a Saturday when you have nothing going on, but in the middle of the night when you're fast asleep.
Oh, come on!
Get 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Just one more thing you can count on. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. The Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or schedule us at COMERcross.com.
Hope is not a strategy. Investments are not a retirement strategy. Market volatility, rising taxes, healthcare costs can quietly erode a lifetime of savings if you're not prepared. This is Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We're helping families every day create structured retirement income plans designed for clarity, stability, and long-term confidence. To learn more, you can claim a copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. That means more time to be artists, prom dates, world travelers, and moms. We are Blood Cancer United, the world's leading organization focused solely on blood cancer research, support, and advocacy. We do the most for more people with blood cancer, so people with blood cancer can do more of whatever they want. Blood Cancer United. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
81 with mostly cloudy skies at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. President Donald Trump says he considers the memorandum of understanding between Iran and the U.S. over. That development came this morning at the NATO summit in Turkey. Later, before meeting with Ukraine's leader, President Trump said a second wave of U.S. strikes could be on the way tonight.
We attacked Cargill Island last night. We knocked out a piece. I said, don't touch the oil, because maybe we'll take over Cargill Island. You know, we may take over Cargill Island. There's not a thing they can do about it.
The president also repeated his threats to hit Iranian bridges, desalination plants, and other civilian infrastructure. Last night's three-alarm fire in Mount Washington destroyed a vacant church on Grandview Avenue, but a lawmaker says the firefighters and others called to the scene did a great job. City Council member Anthony Coghill gave the coordinated emergency response high praise in a chat with KDKA's Marty Griffin.
They were incredible. I watched from the time they got set up there. This thing became like an inferno very quickly. Very dangerous situation. And I cannot speak enough about not only our firefighters, but they were just incredible.
Amazing.
Fire crews arrived in less than 5 minutes, but Assistant Chief Matthew Davis said the fire had probably been burning for quite a while. The roof of the former Grandview United Presbyterian Church collapsed, and the building has been condemned. Republican gubernatorial candidate Stacey Garrity is once again calling for a halt on data center development in Pennsylvania. More from News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
She repeated it again this week at a roundtable discussion in Butler County. It's something she's been saying since winning the GOP nomination earlier this year, and in a video posted to her campaign's YouTube channel, she said a moratorium on new data centers would give communities a chance to weigh in on the potential developments.
A total pause on data center development would give local communities the chance to update their zoning laws, protect residential neighborhoods and farmland, strengthen noise ordinances, and make sure taxpayers and ratepayers are not the ones left holding the bag.
Last week, the Pittsburgh Technology Council called on the state to hold off on any new data center regulations in order to give people on both sides of the issue a chance to hear what the other has to say. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
Walmart and Sam's Club are rolling out thousands of summer price cuts. They're hoping to help shoppers save on everything from groceries to backyard essentials. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The companies say the savings are focused on the items families use most during the summer months, including cookout staples, fresh produce, snacks, drinks, toys, and outdoor gear. Walmart rollbacks include lower prices on items like fresh sweet corn, cherries, ground beef, ice cream, and 24 packs of soda. Sam's Club members will also see price drops on more than 250 items, including grilling favorites like chicken wings, hot dogs, and ribs, along with competitive fuel prices. The deals are available in stores, online, and through the Walmart and Sam's Club apps. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A cash 5 ticket worth $500,000 in Tuesday's drawing was sold in Allegheny County. That ticket, matching all 5 numbers, was purchased at Giant Eagle on Walsh Road in Crafton. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 788 points at 52,137. The S&P down 68 points, and the NASDAQ is down 235. KDKA Sports, the Pirates and Braves play the second of 3 games tonight after Ryan O'Hearn hit 3 home runs last night in a 12-4 win over Atlanta. Jared Jones starts for the Bucks at 6:40. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. Time to visit RomeMonuments.com. Life is a journey to remember. Memorialize that journey. RomeMonuments.com. 81 and mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh now. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
You know Zero Res, the zero residue carpet cleaner that leaves your carpets truly clean with no dirt-attracting soaps or harsh chemicals. Don't risk it with the other guys and skip the DIY disasters that leave your carpets soaked for days and can do more harm than good. Keep the mud outside where it belongs, not trapped in your carpets. And this month, get 3 rooms of carpet Zero Resified starting at just $129. Call 412-701-1188 or visit ZeroResPGH.com and ask for the KDKA special.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to Supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be very warm and humid with times of sun and clouds, a stray afternoon thunderstorm as well, high 87. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
For all station contest rules, go to kdkaradio.com/rules.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right. So I'm biased here, and I really don't care. I just have to be honest about this. I have a history with Sheldon Williams, a history of him being compassionate and considerate and giving and kind and making a difference. And so when he was appointed public safety director, he took a lot of crap from a lot of people, and I say, fine. But he's a man of integrity and honor who actually gives a damn. And we go way back to situations where we've had things happen in our families and grief and sorrow, and you rebound and you pray. And all those things bring him to a situation in Pittsburgh that needs prayer. Some people would say, sir, because I love when people say it's happening all over the country, and it is. But I don't give a damn about the rest of the country this morning. I'm concerned about Pittsburgh and public safety, as you are too, right?
Absolutely. And I'm not offended by that statement you just said. You know, I know that the dynamic is across the country. I take particular interest in what happens right here in Pittsburgh and its impact to Pittsburgh. And how do we come about to get to some positive result to address these issues?
Man, Sheldon, you know this. I'm talking to a guy who hears this stuff before I do. There's bad vibes out there from these takeovers. A bunch of teens beat the crap out of a girl in this new makeup store. 23 kids went into a Lululemon and took over. They took on your cops on the 4th, throwing rocks and fireworks at them. Took over pools. Man, there's this. It's cancerous, sir, and scaring the hell out of the community, is it not?
There are lots of levels of concern when it comes to these behaviors, these teen takeovers. And one would explain it if you listen to the kids, they'll talk about their need to be together in space and to socialize. And all that is not of concern. I want to qualify something when it comes to amount of kids who are amassing in areas. We still have to be cognizant of pedestrian flow, vehicle flow, you know, and any of the other nuisances at the right time of night, is the noise, this, that, and the other. But kids gathering in space is not the problem.
No.
The problem is, and I've said it on your show before, it's the behavior of the kids in the space, and then there's a requirement for us as public safety to address it. Now, some would want us to go in and just, you know, broad brush, go in and arrest and move kids out, and we couldn't do that, first of all, because we would have to qualify why somebody would be arrested or cited. But our public safety personnel are doing it in a very balanced way, and I appreciate what they're doing. Can we do more? We're navigating some of these aspects of what does enforcement look like and moving forward. But I got to tell you, Marty, our officers are waiting to provide proper public safety support when necessary. But it's becoming wearisome to have to constantly be the de facto chaperones and babysitters for some of these behaviors.
Well, you can't be everywhere, man.
Yeah. And our requirement is that the general public's safety, and I would also include the youth that are in some of these spaces. Some of these kids are not, you know, someone to categorize them as awesome criminals. We do have those elements, and we see that data based on the arrests and citations that we get. But the vast majority of the kids are gathering these places because they just want to socialize and be in that place. But there's a safety concern with them when certain behaviors start to emerge as well. So we have to take all this into consideration as we navigate this whole teen takeover or these gathering of teens in space.
Public Safety Director Sheldon Williams. So Todd Reedboard from Walnut Capital, a player in this town, has billions invested in this town. In talking about what's happened with Target in East Liberty, we need to get a hold of these issues. Tomorrow is too late. I told the police chief that. I told Dan Gilman that. And here's what he said that's actually scary, would be the worst if Target closed. We can't have that message go out to our competitor cities. It's dangerous, isn't it, sir?
It's to a level where people are just as frustrated, and that's what you hear with this individual as well. Like, we're frustrated with some of the things that are happening, and I hope that through the frustration, through the fog of the frustration, we can get to some more solutions. And you had Chief Lando on. I know we've communicated. He's kind of conveyed the same message that I am saying right now as well. The way we have to do it is we have to have both the public safety and a community approach. Government can't supply all the needs necessary to handle this issue. It's not in the realm of possibility. We have to participate in that, but we can't bear the responsibility solely. What we're asking for is there are things, people say kids need things to do and, you know, they need places to go. And we're trying in public safety to find the right linkages, meaning we're looking at the network of some of these capabilities. We have parks and recs that we are responsible for, but there are a lot of community groups and other organizations, community organizations that have provisions for kids. Can we network them in such a way that we can start directing these kids to those spaces?
My man, and I get that, and I hear that rhetoric, and I'm fine with that. But I made a list of 40 things kids could do today. Come on, man.
It's not an absence of things to do.
And so this notion that if Johnny can't go swimming, he's going to go break a window at Target. It doesn't make sense, sir, right? Ostensibly.
There's not a direct link just to that.
These are bad kids with bad intentions, the one doing this stuff.
The portion, I mean, again, with kids, I do think that there are components inside these groupings that influence other behaviors.
Which gets me back to what we discussed, because we've been at this a long time, you and me. Back in the day when they took on the gangs, back in the day when they took on the drug leaders, the Jamaican gangs, they took out their leaders. Why not take out the leaders, put them somewhere, and make this thing stop fast?
Yeah, I don't disagree with the surgical approach that you're saying. And that's just some of the things that we are trying to do. When we identify, and we have the data to support some of the arrests and citations that our officers have made.
Yes, sir.
Whenever they get introduced into the legal system, right, then there's a responsibility that others have to come along. Are we going to hold them accountable? Do we have a place to put them? Are they going to be subject to the right accountability?
Can't be released in an hour to mommy.
It's a problem when we have people who are back out on the streets, some of them, who still have ankle monitors on in and around the same space.
And 23 felonies.
And multiple arrests sometimes in a short period of time. That is part of the problem, and the part that public safety, Pittsburgh public safety, doesn't have maximum control, and that's why we have to link arms with those other elements that they understand the severity of the problem and that we all come together to resolve it. If we get to that surgical part you said, I want to be able to identify that to limit the amount of influence. And if there's that portion of the youth who are doing that level of criminal activity, there has not been any hesitancy from our personnel in trying to make sure that the public's safe.
Oh, your guys have been they've been kicking ass.
Yeah.
Couple things I mentioned to you in some texts. Has there been any discussion of a curfew, sir?
So curfews themselves are, we are not, they're always in discussion when we talk about curfews and navigating them. People ask about that. And I want to qualify something too. We distinguish curfews from chaperone policies.
I get it. Yeah.
Some people conflate the two.
Yeah.
And so there are chaperone policies that's determining how people participate in certain spaces. And one of those is you have to have a chaperone. So they want to make sure that no unsupervised kids don't have somebody to be responsible for behavior. So that's a chaperone policy. Curfew somewhat different. There's a lot of components. Where are we going to put the kids? Who's going to watch the kids? Are the parents going to pick up the kids? What's the next steps after they've been cited for curfew? What's the follow-on process? And then we look at it, too. We're not saying that at some point, is this something we may have to go to? But we haven't moved to just curfews because there are so many components to it if we were to enact one or to think about it. And right now, the administration's stance at this point is to not move towards curfew, but it could be part of conversations in the future as we navigate it, as we walk through all these other components.
What's your, Sheldon Williams, Public Safety Director, what's your take on activists who sent out an email today suggesting all of this is racist? All of this is biased. And in essence, sir, you're picking on and going after black teens.
I categorically object to that sentiment. And I say that in not trying to protect the personnel. If that was ever to occur, this administration would be out front trying to address that. We have not seen that. Where we have with some of that biased opinion when it says that, it doesn't help the situation. No one's targeting the youth because of the demographic or the ethnic makeup. It has always been about the behavior. Doesn't matter who's conducting it in that space. It's always been about the behavior. And what I would like to level set, if people would, let's work with the facts and let's qualify the facts. If they want to dispute maybe some of the behavior, let's walk through and see some of that. Let's watch the tape together. Let's look at some of the citations and the rest. Let's walk through that data. And if we're standing on the same level of facts, then we can move towards solutions. So if they're just going to base their perspectives on just bias and project that, we have not seen that. There's nothing material there that would suggest that. And we are very sensitive. And that's why I said our public safety personnel have been very balanced in their approach.
Can you hang for a minute, sir?
I certainly can.
Sheldon Williams, right back.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Pittsburgh, are you ready to relive the magic? Almost Queen. A tribute to Queen is taking the stage at Rivers Casino on Friday, September 18th. Experience the look, the power, and all the legendary hits, all in one place. From Bohemian Rhapsody to Another One Bites the Dust, you'll be dancing all night long. Visit riverscasino.com for tickets, and don't miss Almost Queen, a tribute to Queen, live. We'll see you there.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Buy one window, get a free unicorn. Just kidding. Are you tired of dishonest offers? I'm Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors, and we take your home seriously. If you need windows, roofing, siding, or doors, we'll give you fair, honest pricing the first time, every time. No pressure, no gimmicks. We'll give you a free estimate. You don't even need to be home. Call 412-678-7008. That's 412-678-7008. If you're lucky, we'll throw in a unicorn.
At Perry Calder, the law firm. Yeah, they use AI. Attorney intelligence. Folks, they have doctors on staff to investigate their medical malpractice cases and their product liability cases. They've won some of the biggest awards in Pennsylvania. It's a commitment to excellence, a commitment to winning at Perry Calder. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Lose weight, destroy cravings, late day binges, stress eating, no hunger, no willpower. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called Select Quote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Hey, I'm Sam. And I'm Calvin with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Hey, Calvin, you know that feeling when summer's finally on its way? Everybody's outside, grills are going. Yeah, but that's when you notice what winter did to your home. The deck boards are warped, the roof's missing shingles, the siding's faded. That's where we come in. No pressure, no surprises. Just good, honest work so you can enjoy the season that you earned. We're ready when you are. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
Life-saving, literally, life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Hear about it, then talk about it.
It's amazing what's happening.
100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I jumped the gun. Shocking. What's happened is there are several things that have happened because I've been around this for more than 30 years. I've been a cop reporter in L.A. and Dallas and Pittsburgh. I've seen this movie before. I saw it with Jamaican drug gangs. I did. I saw it with Haitian gangs when I lived in Miami. At some point, there's going to have to be some sort of intense enforcement. Otherwise, the Kumbaya moments, Sheldon Williams, don't really have the impact. I respect and admire the groups that say we need a task force and kids need to pray and we need to love our children. Fine. But at some point, sir, we're going to have to be some hardcore, heavy enforcement. Fair?
It's fair to say this, that because we have a scale of behavior.
Yes,
and
sir.
We have some immediate, when we have some kid with a gun or is armed or has committed an assault or whatever that behavior on the more egregious end, we do have some ways of at least responding to that. If I come down the scale, what we're struggling with is some of the more nuisance, disruptive behavior.
Yes.
And even if we had a citation, how do we hold that individual responsible with just a citation? The courts don't honor the citation. And I will say there's a problem. I will readily admit with this, if they're going to do community service, because our juvenile system is meant to rehabilitate, right, children, and mostly. But even if we were to do that, kids need to be held accountable to a degree. So there's some brokenness in that system. When you say we need to come a little more firmly, we have to be able to develop a way where kids can be held accountable.
And the public wants that.
Certainly.
Yeah.
What we are seeing, and as I'm engaged in community, the sentiment broadly is people are becoming more and more frustrated, and they're supportive of something being done.
Yes, sir.
And I want to capitalize on that sentiment. One, it brings people to the conversation to help us to problem solve, but hopefully that we have that level of energy that we can then develop ways that we can positively impact this behavior. And again, I'm looking at ways that hold kids accountable for the behaviors that they do, and how do they feel the consequence of those behaviors? Because that's what's going to change. If they don't feel that, there's no consequence. Next week, the next week after that, they'll return to the behaviors.
My man, that's how I grew up.
Yeah, that's
I
how
did
we
it till I was. Someone grabbed me by the throat. My father.
Yeah,
I just did.
And for someone in the development of kids, they have to understand what are boundaries, what are the permissions, and what are the consequences. That's about growing. And if we're not giving that for kids, then we're failing them as well. And so that's broadly. I mean, even in child development, that they need to understand some of these things as they're progressing through the development stages. So when we have these behaviors, I want to apply the same standard. Like,
I want to play something for you. Trevin, pull up the clip with the kids at the pool. The one, you know what I'm talking about. I want him to hear something cool. And tell me when you have it ready. Because he doesn't have headset on. There are actually some cute things happening from this. And cute's a word, but you'll understand. Tell me when you're ready. All right. Listen to this, sir.
Clear of MCB on paperwork. Show me going around to Bloomfield Pool for a pool check. 5-10 days. 5-10. Just know there's going to be about approximately 40 juveniles here from a ministry, so we're going to be code 4.
So, my point is, you guys roll up. It's wonderful kids, 40 of them from a ministry, having a great time at a pool. My point is, they're not all derelicts. It's not all mayhem, sir.
Yeah. And may I point out that's a great example. And that's why I said we have to be very surgical in our approach. We want to make sure we determine that if there's a problem, we properly address it. No dismissing that we do have had some issues at pools. Yeah. But I want to point out one specific incident that happened. There was a team takeover that was planned for a particular pool. We were getting ahead of it with our intel and stuff and starting to get our response. Let me tell you what happened. Community partners came out.
Oh, wow.
And not dispatched by us. They self-dispatched. They were putting out and they said, hey, let us come up to that space. Let us get involved.
Was this Carrick?
This was actually, I think, Highland Park.
Yeah.
It was Highland Park. Mm-hmm. And so I told our community affairs, Cornell Jones, our assistant director of community affairs, who has a lot of credibility with those groups. I said, I'm going to capitalize on that they were willing to come in and step in. One, they were from the communities. They knew they had contact. And that's the very thing that I'm talking about. And then that day, there weren't many issues that day.
Do you have enough people? Because all your cops say they don't have enough. All your cops tell me this.
Well, and I'm very appreciative of that. We graduated 2 classes. We have another class that's coming up in August. We are making great strides and making sure we have the adequate amount of resources. But I will tell you, as the public safety director, one of the things that I'm pained with is having to send resources to the very topic that we're talking about, where I could be having my police officers respond in other ways. So I want to be able to resolve this issue so that police officers can be out there doing what they need to do.
Social media is a loaded gun, sir. These kids want attention. They derive attention by this and then set examples for other kids to do the same thing. It's scary, isn't it?
And sometimes it's monetized.
Yes, sir.
So as many clicks and likes that they get, which brings more sensationalism to why they want to do this. And sometimes the provocative things that they do is because it drives traffic to their pages because it's monetized. It's a problem. The youth know it. They want to be known. They want to be seen. They want their videos to be liked and stuff like that. And the instant gratification that we get from that they get from that, also complicates our issue.
What's your message to these kids and their parents, sir?
Yeah, so the kids themselves, that I hear from some kids that they feel like, with just what you said, that we want to target the kids.
Yeah.
Not targeting any kid. Kids are part of our community. You've heard me say it on this show before. But I want them to have responsible behavior when they're out and about. That's what I would say to them. Parents should really know where their kids are. As they become, growing, as they grow through their teen years, there may be more autonomy. But we have kids as young as 8 sometimes on our streets. that's irresponsible to
Had
have
a
kids.
12-year-old break into a gun store. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's
Yeah.
irresponsible to have kids that late at night out at that age. So I need parents to make sure they're aware of their kids. And also I'm asking for those who want to participate with public safety, come join hands with us, come link arms, help us to resolve the issue where you can. We're going to do our job. I need the community to do theirs as well.
My man, it's always a pleasure, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Sheldon Williams.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyer since 2015.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Tickets for Kids will host a Dress Big Happy Hour on Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. in the Casamigos Club at PPG Paints Arena. Join sports celebrities and TFK's friends from the ticketing, nonprofit, corporate, and foundation communities for a silent auction, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and the chance to play carnival games on the arena floor. For tickets, go to the events link at ticketsforkids.org.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 83 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The city council member is calling efforts by first responders at last night's 3-alarm fire incredible. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has that story.
That fire destroyed the former Grandview United Presbyterian Church, even though it took fire crews just 4 minutes to arrive. By that time, flames were seen coming through the roof, and smoke rising into the air could be seen for miles. Councilmember Anthony Coghill told KDK's Marty Griffin he happened to be nearby and watched from the time first responders set up.
Just the professionalism and the way they took on this really difficult fire was so impressive to watch. So proud of them.
The roof of the vacant church collapsed and the building has been condemned. A 23-year-old man was arrested after police say he ran through the hose lines, saying he wanted to see the flames. Colton Norman is facing obstruction and false ID charges. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
Pennsylvania Turnpike tolls are going up again in 2027, but not as much in recent years. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the details.
The Turnpike Commission unanimously approved a 3.5% toll increase Tuesday, taking effect January 3rd. Easy Pass customers will pay 7.5 cents per mile, while toll-by-plate drivers will pay 15 cents. Turnpike spokesperson Marissa Urbanic tells KDKA Radio the increases are part of a long-term funding plan.
Despite the imposed debt of Act 44, the Pennsylvania Turnpike maintains toll rates that are really at the middle of the pack compared to other U.S. Toll roads, bridges, and tunnels. In fact, our toll rates are actually below the national average for the passenger car rate.
This marks the 19th consecutive annual toll increase as the Commission continues to address long-term debt obligations. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Visit Pittsburgh is calling last week's Anthrocon a huge success, despite the fact the leaders had to make some changes to the program due to the oppressive heat, such as canceling the furry parade. Executive Director and CEO Jared Bacher tells the Big K Morning Show.
But this is their 20th year anniversary in Pittsburgh, and they had a little over 20,000. I think their exact number is around 20,816 people who attended Anthrocon this year. So the event continues to grow. A big number of those individuals come across from Europe. So there's a global event that continues to grow here in Pittsburgh.
He says they're getting to a point where they may have to reconsider how this event fits into the convention center because it's testing the limits of that building's capacity. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 717 points, the Nasdaq down 166, the S&P 500 down 55 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update is 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. They help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
What do you do when the power goes out for an hour, a day, a week? How long can you go without light, heat, your refrigerator? How long before pipes burst, food goes bad? With a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh, when your power is out, your Generac is on. It's that simple. Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh always has generators in stock and technicians that can install and maintain them. Visit GeneratorSupercenterofPittsburgh.com to get started.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DiLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DiLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. So my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE. 412-884-TREE. Call them.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and cloud for the rest of today. Very warm and humid with a stray afternoon thunderstorm and a high of 87. Warm and muggy tonight. Some cloud and a shower or thunderstorm in the area. Tonight's low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
You might not see the people's pipelines that deliver you safe, reliable natural gas every day because they are out of sight, hiding beneath your feet. But what's out of your sight is not out of our minds. We move through busy city streets to upgrade the infrastructure that served our region for decades, using state-of-the-art materials that reduce emissions to power homes and businesses with essential energy for generations to come. That's people's commitment to making your life better.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
I don't know, what would you folks do? We've been talking about this all morning because it's really pertinent and relevant. I don't really care what's happening in California or St. Louis or Tampa or Miami. I care what's happening in Pittsburgh. And the team takeover is more than just a nuisance. It's a cancer. And what it's done is it create this element of fear throughout the city. And we got word that some of the major players, both downtown and in East Liberty, are thinking about leaving because they're tired of it. The takeovers, the violence. Patrick, what's the big makeup store where the teens invaded, tried to beat Sephora?
Sephora.
It was brand new store, right?
Yeah, brand new, right behind the new Market District.
Right there in the same area of East Liberty, right?
Yeah, just a couple blocks down, right where the old Giant Eagle was, where they redid that whole complex.
And I know Patrick knows this. They literally went into that. They went into the bathroom. There was an employee in there. They tried to beat her to death with a sign. I mean, it's that.
Yeah, they followed her in from the bus stop.
Patrick, how many teens invaded the Lululemon in Shadyside last week? Was it 13 at one time?
It was somewhere around there, yeah. A whole swarm.
A whole, and then...
And that's what they do.
Yeah, yeah. It is. It's this massive group that says, let's just go and take over, right?
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing. I mean, we've seen it all over the country. Now we're seeing it more here.
Yeah.
A bunch of them just get together. They swarm and run into a place. They all grab something and run.
What's happened is there's this element of fear of this happening. And then there's a very progressive movement suggesting this is all racist and you're picking on these kids. This is from the Allegheny County African American Elders Council. The teen sweeps, the Market Square curfew, pool lockouts, pepper spray exposure of minors. It's all racist and biased. Restricts youth during the exact times they naturally gather, travel, and socialize. I'm reading what they sent. They target normal youth activity times. They restrict movement in a public square. They create unequal enforcement patterns. Okay? They increase police youth contact without cause. They disproportionately impact black youth. They lack transparency, legal grounding, and community input. So the message to the community from these folks is that it's all racist and that these kids are being picked on. To which Sheldon Williams said, come on down to the office. We'll show you the tape. It's right there. I can't tell you how much we've reported on this madness. At one point, Patrick, the CVS downtown was getting hit 10 times a day. Was it 10? Right?
It was probably somewhere in that range, yeah.
Right? I mean, it's all day long.
Yep. All day long. I'm amazed they're still open. Most of the stuff in that store now is on lockdown.
I have emails
behind glass, under lock and key.
Massive fight inside Capitol Grill last week, inside the restaurant. I have emails from a Market Square business. The guy says, I've lost half my staff. I've lost half my revenue. I'm a couple days from shutting it down. So this notion that this is some illusion created by a racist police department is flat out wrong. At some point, folks are going to have to say, we got to find a way to stop this madness because it's bad. And there are various plans being discussed, but my phone, as it's blowing up from various law enforcement personnel, is they better do something fast because people are going to leave. One of my boys who is deeply connected, I've talked with several business owners in East Liberty. They're looking for alternative locations. This isn't the I Hate Pittsburgh talk show. This is me telling you the damn truth. We can go all day long about the wonder of it all, about what Pittsburgh is doing right, or we can tell the truth. This is a cancer. And if you don't aggressively treat the cancer dies. The patient dies. And if you start losing major players, Target, East Liberty, Target, downtown, if they walk away, the message is Pittsburgh isn't safe for big business. And Target is big business. Target is incredibly important to the message of job building that Pittsburgh's trying to convey. I have had my daughters run from Target in East Liberty. They would head over there from Pitt because they were afraid. I've had friends in East Liberty watching people robbed. I've had cops who had rocks thrown at them on the 4th and fireworks shot at them on the 4th. This notion that somehow this whole takeover business is a delusion. No, it's happening. And it's real, and someone better wrap their arms around it fast, or we're done. You're going to have folks saying, I'm getting the hell out of here. And here's what else has happened. Talking to nurses. Guy was in the hospital. 3 nurses. They will not buy a house in the city of Pittsburgh. They're going to Butler, Washington County, moving from Mount Washington in the south side. Why? Enough is enough. We better get our act together before the curtain closes, and we have no way to fix it. But I think we can do this. But it has to start today.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
What makes Tootie Mechanical special? It's service, man. We had a faucet in the bathroom that just wouldn't work. It was flat out busted. 2 plumbers couldn't fix it until Tootie arrived, his people. Fix it in an hour, no new parts, and a minimal service charge. It's an amazing company. HVAC experts, plumbing experts, trained by the man himself, Bob Tootie. Tootie Mechanical, 412-771-4100, the best.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Did you see that UFO last night?
Is it real or is it AI?
How about the aircraft carrier floating down the river?
Nowadays, it's tough to determine what's legit and what to believe.
I know it's true because it was all over my feed last night.
But when it comes to news, depend on Pittsburgh's original news source since 1920. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The
The Colonel is the king of chicken. That's why he's always had a beef with beef. But on Wednesdays, he's squashing the beef by frying it. KFC Country Fried Steak is here for only $4.99. Crispy golden outside, tender steak inside. Served with peppery gravy, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit. At last, the Colonel and beef buried the hatchet in gravy. Get the $4.99 Country Fried Steak Wednesdays for a limited time only at KFC.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax, tip, and fees extra.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. And if there's two things you can count on, it's your smoke detector battery dying at 3 a.m. Not 3 p.m. on a Saturday when you have nothing going on, but in the middle of the night when you're fast asleep.
Oh, come on!
Get 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Just one more thing you can count on. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Have you saved enough? What are you going to do with Social Security? What will your taxes look like in retirement? Kurt Knodik and Ethan Lane at Accurate Solutions Group believe retirement planning should be easy, and you should be able to get all the information you need in one place. That's why Kurt and Ethan's team created the Your Retirement Kit, a comprehensive resource for your retirement. In it, you'll find a copy of the Retirement Income Planning Booklet. This booklet will help guide you through retirement with insight on taxes, Social Security, income, and more. To get a copy of your retirement kit, text KIT to 412-515-3355. In addition to the booklet, you'll also receive updated resources on some of retirement's most common concerns. Help simplify your retirement planning. Claim your retirement kit from Kurt Knodik and Ethan Lane now by texting KIT to 412-515-3355. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Ryan Shalaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. More than 1,000 local homeowners have trusted us to sell their home the simple way. No hassles or fees, just a fair and easy sale. Visit homebuyersofpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for a cash offer today. That's 412-500-9057.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Despite some weakness in housing, the Florida-based home builder Dream Finder Homes is raising a takeover offer for rival home builder Beazer Homes of Atlanta to $875 million in cash. Beazer says that's not enough. But investors are happy. Shares of Beazer right now up nearly 16%. Elsewhere on Wall Street, those stocks getting hammered on rising tensions and saber-rattling between the U.S. and Iran over the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump saying the ceasefire with Iran is now over. That's got the Dow down 1.25%, the Nasdaq just 0.33% lower, the S&P 0.5% lower, and oil up to $75 a barrel. A federal judge throwing out a $3.8 billion defamation lawsuit filed by President Trump's social media company 3 years ago against the Washington Post, finding no evidence that allegedly defamatory statements were published, quote, with actual malice. This report is sponsored by Vanguard Investor Choice, a proxy voting program for eligible Vanguard index funds. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
There are a bunch of arson investigators at the fire scene in Mount Washington. Massive. I want to thank everyone for sending me videos. Very important part of this show. Very important part. We are going to set up a process here in the next couple of weeks where we are going to pay folks for videos that we use. All right, we'll let you know. It's going to be an easy process. We use PayPal, blah, blah, blah. But the arson folks are at the scene right now. They don't know if it's arson yet. That's why they're there. They have to wait till stuff cools off. And I don't know if you watch the local news, but they're pouring water on that old church. What was it, more than 100 years old? Early this morning. I want to talk about the guy they grabbed last night. It's kind of odd. I want you to hear this clip from last night. Listen.
Notify arson. I believe the fire department did. I'll check. 388. 388.
All right, the person who 25 has detained right now is considered a suspect in this fire. Arson is aware.
Copy.
388, just for situational awareness. This person tried to enter the fire, was stopped by fire, and then subsequently detained by us.
So, let me be clear. Just because you heard on a police scanner that he's a suspect in the fire, that means nothing about him being involved in that fire at all at this point. There are a significant number of arson investigators on the scene right now. We don't know what caused it, but they're really good in Pittsburgh, and we'll find out pretty soon. But I want to read about this. I want to mention about this guy. This is actually fascinating and a little odd. First of all, he had a pass for Anthracom. What is it? The furry thing. He's from Idaho. Apparently, because he had the furry pass, I'm not picking on the furries. It's just odd that it appears as if he came in from Idaho to go to the furry convention last week. And the cops snatched him at this church a few days ago for trespassing. He trespassed. It says here on the 2nd. Okay? So last night, so he's in for the furry convention. It appears as if somehow he finds this church and somehow decides to camp out in this church. His name is Colton Norwood. According to cops, he ran through the hose lines last night and the fire scene directly toward the building that was on fire. Crazy. The cops gave him verbal commands to stop, get away. He stated, I want to look at the fire. Okay. He was put in handcuffs and escorted to a safe area. They asked him his name. He said Tyler. He lied. Asked for his last name. He said, do I have to? They told him he was being detained for obstructing operations. Asked for his name again. Turned away from the cops. He provided a false name to law enforcement. He was trespassed, as I said, on July 2nd. He has a history of violent tendencies, resisting arrest, and assault and battery involving cops. So he's dangerous. He has a non-extraditable warrant out of Boise, Idaho, for specific charges, assault. All right? He's in jail this morning. All right? He, again, we are not suggesting he started the fire. But he apparently was squatting in that building. As Patrick suggested this morning, maybe he was running to look inside because his stuff was in there. I mean, I can connect the dots. What's weird about the human condition is that we can connect the dots and suggest this young man came here from Idaho to go to the furry convention and decided to shack up in an abandoned church, and now he's at the center of a massive investigation and charged with several crimes, and he's in jail. There are arson people on that scene right now. As soon as they know, we will know. It's a big, big, big deal.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Between the daily demands of work, family needs, running a household, and more, you deserve some real relief at the end of the day. At the Original Mattress Factory, we have a wide variety of mattresses that are built to provide the ultimate in comfort and relief when you need it most. Mattresses that are hand-built locally using high-quality materials. Mattresses that are sold factory direct to offer you a great value. Mattresses that are designed to provide real relief to real people like you. Visit an Original Mattress Factory location today and get the rest you deserve tonight.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
My retired friends are going back to work. I'm worried Social Security won't be enough. BenefitsCheckup.org connected me to $1,000 a month for food and medicine. It's free. Visit BenefitsCheckup.org today.
Supported by the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 83 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. President Donald Trump says he considers the memorandum of understanding between Iran and the U.S. is over. That development came this morning at the NATO summit in Turkey. Later, before a meeting with Ukraine's leader, President Trump said a second wave of U.S. strikes could be on the way tonight.
We attacked Carg Island last night. We knocked out a piece. I said, don't touch the oil, because maybe we'll take over Carg Island. You know, we may take over Carg Island. There's not a thing they can do about it.
The president also repeated his threats to hit Iranian bridges, desalinization plants, and other civilian infrastructure. Last night's three-alarm fire in Mount Washington destroyed a vacant church on Grandview Avenue. But a lawmaker says the firefighters and others called to the scene did a great job. City Council member Anthony Coghill gave the coordinated emergency response high praise.
They were incredible. I watched from the time they got set up there. This thing became like an inferno very quickly. Very dangerous situation. And I cannot speak enough about not only our firefighters, but they were just incredible.
Amazing.
Fire crews arrived in less than 5 minutes, but Assistant Chief Matthew Davis said the fire had probably been burning for quite a while. The roof of the former Grandview United Presbyterian Church collapsed, and the building has been condemned. Republican gubernatorial candidate Stacey Garrity is once again calling for a halt on data center development in Pennsylvania. We have more from News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
She repeated it again this week at a roundtable discussion in Butler County. It's something she's been saying since winning the GOP nomination earlier this year, and in a video posted to her campaign's YouTube channel, she said a moratorium on new data centers would give communities a chance to weigh in on the potential developments.
A total pause on data center development will give local communities the chance to update their zoning laws, protect residential neighborhoods and farmland, strengthen noise ordinances, and make sure taxpayers and ratepayers are not the ones left holding the bag.
Last week, the Pittsburgh Technology Council called on the state to hold off on any new data center regulations in order to give people on both sides of the issue a chance to hear what the other has to say. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
Walmart and Sam's Club are rolling out thousands of summer price cuts, hoping to help shoppers save on everything from groceries to backyard essentials. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the details.
The companies say the savings are focused on the items families use most during the summer months, including cookout staples, fresh produce, snacks, drinks, toys, and outdoor gear. Walmart rollbacks include lower prices on items like fresh sweet corn, cherries, ground beef, ice cream, and 24 packs of soda. Sam's Club members will also see price drops on more than 250 items, including grilling favorites like chicken wings, hot dogs, and ribs, along with competitive fuel prices. The deals are available in stores, online, and through the Walmart and Sam's Club apps. Tamara Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A Cash 5 ticket worth $500,000 in Tuesday's drawing was sold in Allegheny County. The ticket matching all 5 numbers was purchased at Giant Eagle on Walsh Road in Crafton. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 635 points, and Nasdaq down 65. The S&P 500 down 36 points. KDK Sports, Pirates and Braves again tonight at PNC Park. First pitch at 6:40. Jared Jones on the bump for the Bucks. KDK Radio News Time 103. Right now, partly sunny and 83 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
JK's done it again. I'm serious. My boy JK, the Oakmont Restaurant King, has done it again. Folks are texting me, man, did you see this restaurant? Whoa. Did you check out Abode? Whoa. Marty, it's beautiful. Marty, the food's fantastic. Marty, it's home-style cooking. Marty, it's fabulous. It's fresh. It's clean. It's amazingly different. JK did it again. Check out his new restaurant in Oakmont, Abode. It is rocking.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Are you ready to take a walk on the wild side and have some family fun? Get to Living Treasures Animal Park in the Laurel Highlands. Living Treasures has animals from all over the world. With over 300 animals you and the family will love. Their concession stand is now open weekends for family fun. Stay at the Log Cabin Suites with up to 6 bedrooms available. Plan your staycation today at funanddonegal.com. Living Treasures Animal Park of the Laurel Highlands, where animals are loved.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A mix of sun and clouds, warm and humid for the rest of today with a thunderstorm in the area this afternoon, high 87. Some clouds, warm and sticky tonight, a shower or thunderstorm, low 68. Tomorrow, more clouds and sun. Again, very warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm, mainly in the afternoon, the high 87. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
At UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, we believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanging.
Celebrate the month of July with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129 and get your air ducts cleaned for $5.99 per unit. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com and take advantage of the savings today.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm all about the small business owner. I just know how hard it is to struggle, man. With food costs and labor costs and insurance and competition and the marketplace in general. It's tough. And I've been tight with the Shuleys for 100 reasons. their work ethic, they're Italian, they're old school, old country. And I swear, it's the best Sicilian pizza in Pittsburgh. But beyond that, I swear, because of the location in the heart of Oakland, because of the growth of Pitt, because of the traffic, because of the development, they're always, and I mean this, it seems like they're always getting their ass kicked by some idiot trying to mess with them. Whether it's a contractor, whether it's a regulator, whether it's enforcement, whether it's code enforcement. It took like 2 years to put a parking lot behind the damn place, and lawyers and so much money. And then they get massive potholes in front of their business. And then the contractor comes along and literally tears up the sidewalk and shuts down their entrance so they're empty at lunchtime. At some point, you just want to punch a wall. They don't do that. They fight, and they speak up, and they always win. But, man, it's kind of indicative of the battle just to stay open in small business. Tim, what's up, brother?
What's up, Marty?
To be honest, you love what you do. Love it.
I'm here, 12, 14, 16 hours a day, pretty much 6 days a week.
It's your life.
It is. I've been here since I was 5 years old. I'm 40. So.
And you and your brother, you just love the game. You love helping people. But I'll tell you what you hate, and I'm on your side on this. It's like government goes out of its way to kick your ass. It almost seems intentional sometimes, doesn't it?
It does, but at the same time, I understand that it is all over the city.
It is,
but it just sometimes it just feels like they're targeting a specific corner for a specific reason, and it's starting to feel like we're trying to get pushed out of our little area here. That my dad and my uncles sacrificed so much for us to carry on a small business and our property. So we ain't going down without a big fight.
Describe where you're at for folks and why this is such a critical corner in Pittsburgh.
So we're on the corner of 5th and Halkett. We're right across from Carlow University and across from the new Pitt Science Tower.
Yep.
That's right next to us. That caused 7 years of chaos. But that's okay. It's done. Now, we have had no sidewalk in the front for almost 7 weeks.
Hold on. Describe how that happened and what that's done to your business. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so they're putting in a two-way bike lane on the previous bus lane.
Come on.
So Port Authority is funding the job.
Right.
Now, we had a major meeting set up last Thursday where I had Port Authority, all the contractors, the city of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Water and Sewage. I laid down my cards. I was professional to where I didn't, I had to lay the law down to them and explain, like, you cost a small business over $20,000. And, we have families, we have employees who have families, we have the general public who are calling, asking if we're still open. It's not a good feeling.
Hold on.
But
if you look at the video, folks, you're kind of walled in there by their idiocy. Are you not? What did they actually physically do?
Well, they caged us in like dogs to begin in the beginning. Then once our video went viral, the next day they moved those fences. We're still fenced in, but you didn't have to walk half a block down to walk a half a block back on the sidewalk. They put a bridge right in front of our door so people could get in. But
hold on, why didn't they do that day one, brother? Why?
Because Marty, common sense is lacking in a lot of areas in this world today. But I mentioned a few things at our meeting, and I hit one nail on the head. I told these guys, I said, you got about 45 to 50 feet of concrete here. It's been like this for 5 to 7 weeks. We poured over 100 yards with 4 guys here by ourselves.
For your parking lot?
And we did it.
By yourselves?
But the biggest thing is, they have this all torn up, and this is what kills me the most is my loved ones work here, my family,
of course,
my brother,
of course,
my employees who are like my family, my dad and my mom, and they put new curb boxes in. So I don't know if you know what that is. Those are the shutoffs for water and gas.
Yeah.
Well, in the front of our pizza shop, we found out that they missed the valve, and they were going to, this was ready for concrete. So, God forbid there's a leak, and they got to shut the gas off because we have a fire. Guess what? They're spinning on gravel. There's nothing to shut that off.
They'd have to tear into the sidewalk.
Block, forget about that. The whole block will blow up because there's no way to shut the gas off. They missed the valve by 6 inches.
Oh, God.
Who's inspecting this?
Oh, jeez.
I got a bunch of people standing around, looking around. It's a serious problem. And I called all the major foremen from the construction, from Port Authority. I let them know. I said, just so you know, you should triple check all of your curb boxes that you're putting in for gas and water, because it happened to us, but we caught it.
Meantime, them being this slow, how much money have you lost?
Over $20,000 at least.
Jesus. You'll never get that back.
No, and I actually proposed something to them. I said, you have 4 or 5 major entities here: Port Authority, Pittsburgh Water, City of Pittsburgh, the contractors. I said, I don't want a handout. We work for our money. I said, place orders to reimburse us. Place orders. We'll work for it. We'll deliver the food. But I'm sure you have room in your budget to give back to people you hurt.
So we all do videos that went viral. Several 100,000 people saw it. They raised hell. Have they made a promise to get the job done? Because I hear they have.
They said that, well, it was supposed to be last Saturday, but supposedly it's this Saturday. I'll believe it when I see it because I've heard a lot of promises in the past. But I think we're on for this Saturday as of this morning with another meeting.
Do they apologize at all?
Yeah. I think, I've seen a few smirks in my meeting from people because of the way I was upset. But
why is that funny to them, sir?
That's what I said. I said, well, you might have a job that pays you. I said, but how about if I did something, like if I was restricting you from getting your paycheck or affecting, your family business or your job or taking food home to your family. I don't think you would feel too good.
It's as if they want to choke to death small business, sir.
Yeah. When they put a project like this together, they should think about that. And then they, at the end, oh well, we could have put signage up so to let people know you're here. I said, well, you didn't. You didn't.
And multiply this by 1,000 small businesses fighting the same damn battle every day.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a true shame. And the best part is we have the Parkway being shut down on Friday. And in our meeting, they were supposed to move the Jersey barriers that are separating another lane on 5th because our 5th Avenue street right here is a detour, one of the detours, which is only one lane. So,
wow,
just a big mess, Marty. And I think, we got a lot of stuff done for the draft in a timely manner, but when it comes to, bike lanes and crushing small businesses, there's no urgency.
There isn't. I'm here for you, brother. When there's a fight, we're in the ring with you, my man. Anytime.
I appreciate you, Marty. And, you're a fighter for us and for many small businesses and small people out there, fighting the city and the government. And I'm not trying to fight them. I just want what's right.
Oh, man, you want to make pizza. Come on, man. You want to make a pizza. Come on.
That's it.
That's it, brother.
That's it.
It's damn good, too. Sicilian, insane. Thanks, my man.
Thank you, Marty.
Think about the little guy who's out there busting his ass to survive, please.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments and our children and retirement and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com.
Nest Expressions Window Fashion's greatest summer promotion. Free motorization on silhouette and pirouette shades going on right now. 1-888-952-NEST or nestexpressions.com.
In retirement, there's only 2 things that matter: income and growing your money. You don't spend a portfolio, you spend reliable, predictable cash flow month after month. I'm Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We specialize in retirement income strategies built to help protect what you've earned and turn savings into sustainable income. As a fiduciary, our job is to make sure that you don't run out of money and you've got a strategy to keep pace with inflation. To learn more, claim your copy of my complimentary book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Crazy. Wow. So much going on in this town. But by the way, it's kind of an odd time to be in broadcasting because the audience is on vacation. It happens. It's kind of crazy. People check out of this time of year. They go to the beach. They go wherever. They just check out. In fact, there are periods of time when there are no ratings at all because the audience is so diminished. They just say, hell with it, everybody's gone. In Pittsburgh, as I've noticed over the years, shuts down from the 4th of July weekend, kind of sort of till September. Seriously, Patrick can confirm this. Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
We see this time in, time out every year.
And I love it. I love that people go to the beach. But at the end of the day, there's a big tune-out factor for folks because they go to the shore, which, by the way, I embrace wholly. And I'm going to transition from the shore to Patrick in Phoenix. Give us, outside of Phoenix, tell me what the temperature was there yesterday.
114.
Come
114 degrees.
Trevin, how you feel? How you feeling about 114?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
That's inside weather.
Come on, man.
I bet you're feeling chilly at 83 in Pittsburgh right now.
So Patrick, 114 yesterday. What time is it there?
We're 3 hours behind you, so it's currently 10:22.
What's the temperature?
102.
No.
Oh, yeah. Last night, when I went to bed around 9 o'clock, it was still like 100 degrees.
No.
It had cooled down to 100.
Wait, it's not noon yet?
No.
No.
Wow.
No,
it's
no, the peak. The peak today, here, I'm scrolling through here.
Yeah.
5 o'clock is the peak, 112.
No.
Yep.
How hot is it at night, Patrick?
We just said, what was the temperature when you went to bed?
When I went to bed last night, it was still around like 100. It'll cool down at 5 a.m. It'll cool down to 87.
By the way, I love the heat, and I'm envious. And my man has a sick backyard. It's like a friggin' spa. And then behind his head, are those mountains or hills? What do they call them there?
That is a mountain. That's the Sonora Preserve.
The what? You fell out.
A preserve.
Okay.
So it's a mountain preserve.
And there are trails and all kind of crap.
Yep. Trails, hiking paths. There's a mountain bike racing course right down the road.
Yeah. Be honest, because you're living it. Forget the dry heat crap. It makes no sense to me. It's silly. When you step outside and it's 114, do you feel like the wave? I mean, it's like, oh, is it stifling?
Oh, it hits you.
Does it?
It is like walking into an oven.
Is it?
It's not hard to breathe in, though. So it's not like it is when you go into 100 degrees or even like 95 degrees with 98% humidity. That makes it hard to breathe. So the lack of humidity is easier.
I see.
It's still not great when it's 114.
Hey, so my boy Mazza, who you love, we love Steve Mazza. You probably know this because he's throwing these names out there. He wants to hike Squaw Peak or Pista Peak in Phoenix with you, or Camelback. Are you familiar with these?
Camelback I am. I don't know the others yet, but I'm in.
No,
Come on,
you're
Steve.
not. You're full of crap. You aren't a hiker. You're so full of crap.
When it cools down, I'm in.
Yeah. When is that? I'm not. By the way, I'm envious. You know me. I love the heat. I would have my bike in your backyard. I'd be in that damn pool swimming. So I'm envious. What you have out there is a paradise. But when does it cool down? What are the cool months when people say I'm going to Phoenix to a spa?
I mean, after August.
Oh, is it?
So,
okay.
Typical summer.
Hey,
so
really
we're still,
relevant question.
We're all in the same summer.
Really relevant
It's just
question.
hotter out here.
Do people see insane utility bills? They must, right?
I think there's a mix.
Okay.
It is a lot cheaper out here utility wise, but there's a lot more solar out here too.
Oh, do you have any?
Yes, I do. So the house we bought does have a solar package. It doesn't have battery storage, so when the sun's down, we're using straight up electricity.
Oh,
but our utility bills from the previous owners, they were making $50 a month.
Oh,
until the hot summer months.
Oh, wow. So it's really in use out there, and why wouldn't it be, right?
Absolutely. There's more sun, year round.
You also mentioned that gas is cheaper. Is that true?
It is. Gas right now is about $3.30 a gallon out here.
How is that?
Now that might change since the war in Iran is ramping back up.
Why is it that much? It's over $1 cheaper. Why? Do you know why?
Well, one of the big factors is the taxes.
I see.
We don't have the insane high PA road taxes that are tacked on.
I see.
So that's a huge factor.
And I love Mexican type food. Is that I know I'm asking stupid questions, but I love this stuff.
Oh,
is
no.
that prevalent there,
everywhere.
buddy? What's the distinctive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, all over. And there are some different types of breads that I haven't seen before that I guess are more either Mexican inspired or straight up Mexican.
And is there significant workforce of Hispanics there, Mexicans? Significant.
Mexicans and Native Americans both.
Oh wow!
It's a huge mix out here.
Is it? All right.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the Phoenix update. What's the temperature again?
Right now, 102.
What time?
And by 5 o'clock, it'll be at least 112.
My man, take that shirt off and get a big boil on your chest. Woo. Folks, appliances are big purchases. That's why I recommend Voss TV and Appliance, family owned since 1960. Megan, Tracy, the entire Voss team are experts. They know appliances and TVs inside and out. They take the guesswork of shopping and provide helpful advice before, during, and after your purchase. Having knowledgeable people on your side that you can trust matters. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed.
Are you tired of climbing over that dirty, old, slippery tub? Your bathtub should be beautiful, functional, and safe. PJ Fitzpatrick is pleased to offer the Jacuzzi Shower System. Installed in just one day, featuring low entry thresholds and designer walls and fixtures. You'll step right into luxury. Plus, PJ is offering a free shower seat and safety bars for all customers this month. Schedule your free design consultation at trustpj.com.
At Perry Calder, the law firm, yeah, they use AI. Attorney intelligence. Folks, they have doctors on staff to investigate their medical malpractice cases and their product liability cases. They've won some of the biggest awards in Pennsylvania. It's a commitment to excellence, a commitment to winning at Perry Calder. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 84 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. After 3 teenagers inside of a week, the most recent in East Liberty on July 4th, a leading developer is calling for a quick action to address the going problem. Walnut Capitol President Todd Reedward told KDKA's Marty Griffin this is a critical moment for the city.
There is a sense that we're not safe in our communities. It's a lot of juvenile trouble that's going around, and we just have to get our arms around it and become sensitive to it and take action immediately.
Nearly 150 teens were fighting Saturday night in East Liberty and shot fireworks at each other and toward police before the crowd was dispersed. A few days earlier, 2 city pools were closed after groups of unruly teens ignored lifeguards. A Pittsburgh man has been arrested in connection to a fire that started inside an apartment along the 300 block of Wood Street in downtown Pittsburgh. Emergency responders were called to the apartment early Monday morning for a fire that had been contained and extinguished by a sprinkler. Court documents say 22-year-old Jacob Cooper faces charges of aggravated arson, 3 counts of felony arson causing or risking catastrophe, criminal mischief, and recklessly endangering another person. Authorities believe Cooper set the couch on fire with a lighter or a match. Last night's 3-alarm fire in Mount Washington destroyed the former Grandview United Presbyterian Church in the 300 block of Grandview Avenue. The fire broke out around 6:15 p.m. with flames coming through the roof and smoke rising above the downtown skyline. Assistant Chief Matthew Davis told KDKA it was under control just before 9 p.m.
Well, one of the big things is the size of the structure and the complexity of the structure. So multiple floors, different angles, different walls. Over the years, buildings changed. So we were chasing fire throughout the building. And as we were finding things, that more fire would pop up behind us.
One firefighter was evaluated for heat exhaustion. The building has been condemned, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 602 points. The Nasdaq down 41. The S&P 500 down 31. KDK Radio News Time 1:32. Our next update is at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Water can get in, that's bad business. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh going to get in and fix it for you. Water can get through your roof, your windows, even your basement, and once it does, it spreads quickly. That's terrible. When water gets in, ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh, they get to work. Demand that yellow van. 412-RECOVER. That's the number. That's 412-RECOVER. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Man, the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
Lose weight. Alex Goen patented hypnosis, the only weight loss method in America proven useful by the U.S. Patent Office because it reprograms your subconscious, engineered to kill cravings, emotional eating, late-night fridge attacks, full on half the food so you lose the weight, no matter what you tried before. Engineered to work. Only $59.99 or your money back. Weight loss seminar Thursday, July 23rd. Doubletree by Hilton Green Tree, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking 8 p.m. Arrive early. Sign up at alexgoen.com. Goen. That's alexgoen.com.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's back and right where it belongs, downtown Pittsburgh in the heart of the city. Rock, Reggae, and Relief returns Saturday, August 8th for a full day of live music on Forbes Avenue and Market Square. Featuring UB40, Allie Campbell, The Elevators, Tribal Seeds, G-Love, The Hip Abduction, and more. 2 stages, reggae tunes, art, vendors, and summer vibes. This benefit festival supports Cafe Momentum, empowering justice-involved youth. Get tickets at rockreggaerelief.com. Rock, Reggae, and Relief, back downtown and bigger than ever.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be very warm and humid with times of sun and clouds, a stray afternoon thunderstorm as well, high 87. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
You know who's here? Mary Hours. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Marty. How's it going?
What? Quit smiling, man. Just say everything sucks, and I'll feel much better.
Everything sucks.
Mary's a rock star. Hey, where are we at here? Are we getting hotter, cooler? What's happening? What's going on?
My goodness. It's just like, it's isolated downpours, it's flooding, heat. Saturday looks to be actually pretty good. Low 80s, will be mostly cloudy. It's going to be a little bit more comfortable, but then by next week, we don't have the rain chance like Monday through Wednesday. It looks good, it looks sunny, but temperatures are going to be nearing 90 again. So it's like, yeah. I just want like 80 and sunny and no humidity.
Hey, explain to me, because we see this all the time, and I mentioned this to my wife. It's 97 degrees, then all these clouds come in, then we have a big storm. What actually happens that creates that madness? What happens?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything from a little shortwave, which is just a burst of energy. I mean, you get all of that heat, you get all of that buildup, and the atmosphere just kind of explodes at that point. It can't hold any more moisture. So you get all of that moisture in the atmosphere, those dew points. And I mean, we've had dew points in the 70s. That's the amount of moisture in the 70s for, I mean, over a week. So we don't really catch relief until Wednesday. That's why we're seeing these storms kind of bubbling up and just isolated flooding for some areas just because of the terrain, the kind of soil that's there. So it's been a bit of a doozy for some areas. I think Katanning last night, areas near Katanning saw a couple of inches overnight, and then a couple of inches of rainfall for places even more than that in Slippery Rock the other day. I mean, it's been crazy. But like at my house, I'm like, the grass is still dead. Can I get some rain? Well, dormant. It's not dead, but
Hold
still,
on.
it's just.
I love this. I love what you're saying here. This is actually something I wanted to ask you about. So the mayor of Slippery Rock sends me a note. He declared an emergency. They had like 5.5 inches of rain, and then we get nothing.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I know.
How?
It's just unlucky.
Is it?
That's what happens. The atmosphere just there in that little particular spot, it just can't hold any more moisture. So it's just that typical summer storm. It's kind of like Florida weather. You know, you have all of the heat and humidity, and then you get these isolated downpours. That was actually my in-laws live in Slippery Rock, and we were in Portersville first, near Lake Arthur at my uncle's, and I was like, oh, you're in a flash flood warning. He's like, we won't flood here. We're high elevation. I was like, oh, makes sense. When you go down, you go to Slippery Rock. My mother-in-law was like driving in 2 feet of water. And I mean, it rained the same amount, but it flooded in those areas because of the poor like drainage systems and all of that. So like it was so bad. Her front yard looked like a road because of like the water. It was bad.
Hey, I got your boy Patrick O'Connor on the line. Patrick, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right. He's in Phoenix, Mary. Patrick, tell him what the temperature was yesterday, and tell her what the temperature is right now in Phoenix. Right now, 10 in the morning.
Yesterday it was 114. That was our max. And here you go. Right now it's 102, and it's just now 10:40 in the morning. So,
Mary, extraordinary temperatures. Mary, how do you manage that kind of heat? You personally?
I don't. I would be in my air conditioner. I won't do it.
No? You don't like it
There's
at all?
no way. I'll take it. I can do a dry heat, like if I'm on vacation in like the Caribbean. I went to Dubai when I got married. That was my honeymoon. And it was like 110 every day, but it was a dry heat. Like we were in the desert, and then like we would just be by the bay hanging out with this clear water. And I was like, oh, this is doable. Like it's good. But then like even Denver, like when it's hot there, you have cool, comfortable, dry air. And then you get back here and like you can't breathe because of the humidity. It's just a really big air, difference in the air. It's crazy.
Aren't you saying though that the 114, that is a dry heat? Is that what you're saying?
It's dry.
Yeah, it is dry out here.
Yeah.
Okay. Very dry.
Hey, Mary, are these temperatures
extreme fire danger?
Are these temperatures, Mary, extraordinarily high, or is this about average for us, what we're having?
That's another thing I was going to say. It has to be extreme fire weather there. So these are not average temperatures. I mean, we should normally be at about 83 for our high. Our low should be 63. So for the month so far, we're probably sitting about, I think, 8 or 9 degrees above average. So all the way it looks, just as looking at temperatures through at least July 20th or like mid-July, we're going to be staying above average because we have another week next week where we're like near 90.
Mary Hours, you're the best. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you. See ya.
Lance O'Brien is here with us.
Hey.
What are you up to with this heat? Are you cool with it? I don't know.
So I will say, I always tell people I was born for Florida, so I love hot weather. But I don't know. Last week was kind of rough for me. It was just too hot. So 85, 90, I'm good. Once we start getting 95, 97, I think it gets a little above my register.
All right, let's get right to it because you know this stuff better than any man I've ever known. They're saying right now we have more Americans without insurance than we have had in decades. Millions. Why? What the hell? And is that dangerous?
Well, of course it's dangerous, right? Because life is unpredictable.
Right.
right? You can be getting ready to go away on vacation to enjoy time with your family.
Yes.
And, life throws you a curveball. You can be at the gym and pass out. Like, life is unpredictable. So to not have health
By the
insurance.
way, that's happened to you.
It has.
And I was hospitalized while on vacation.
Yes.
Yep.
So again, the younger we are, we like to think that we're invincible, that we're not going to need it, and a lot of times, Marty, those are the ones that are going without health care. Is your people that are, 25 to 40-ish.
I heard this.
Yes. Yeah. So, and again, the reasoning is I'm healthy, and they're doing what all people do with insurance. And it doesn't matter if it's life insurance. It doesn't matter if it's car, house, health. They're weighing the risk, cost, benefits.
Wow. And no prescription coverage either.
No prescription coverage either. So they're saying, well, it's going to cost me $400 a month to get coverage. I can't afford that. I'm going to roll the dice that I'm going to be, stay healthy. So, it is a problem. Getting back to the other part of your question, which is why, right? So one of the challenges with Obamacare, and I'm not saying, Obamacare is completely bad. I mean, it's offering health care, right?
Yes, sir.
But when you're trying to figure out how do you provide health care for those that don't have it, and one of the main tenets is we're not going to look at pre-existing conditions, right? We're going to take people, no matter what they are, they're going to pay the same premium as anybody else except for their age, right? That's when it's like there's no way at that point in time to really make a clear differentiation on how you're charging for insurance.
So true.
So the challenge, it is. So, and again, I get
there is no one price fits all, brother.
I get the humanity reason behind it, right? Like, we want everybody regardless of it. But when you do that, then what happens is the price is elevated for everybody in that age band or bracket.
Hell yeah.
And then at that point in time, if they make a little bit more money than the next person and don't qualify for whatever they set the limit at that says, oh, you need a price break, it just gets really tangled. So as much as there's challenges with Obamacare, there hasn't really been another solution brought forth that could be an alternative to it. So
there really hasn't.
And then when the subsidies were voted down,
yes,
people are like,
screw it.
Yep.
I'm walking away.
I'm just not going to pay it.
Hey, Patrick, because we've been in this business forever, and one of my salaries was $11,000 a year. But wherever I worked, I always had insurance. Patrick, did you ever go without health insurance at all?
Not while I was overall employed by any of my, the big companies. But, there was a time between that, I absolutely did.
Oh, wow. For how long?
Yeah, I mean, it was a couple of months just between employers. When
did you get sick?
Had a time between
and have to just walk into the ER? Did you get sick at all?
No, fortunately, I did not have to roll the dice on that, and I did not have to pay up.
Hey, Lance,
recently,
go
ahead.
Go ahead, man. Recently,
my son, when we moved out here, I had to get insurance for my son. So the question was, do we add him onto our plan, which is going to cost about $200 more a month for our plan?
I see.
Or do we do his own? His own before, with the subsidies, it would have been cheaper for him to be on his own because he's 18.
Yeah.
But with the subsidies gone, for him by himself, it was going to be about $250 a month.
Is that extreme, Lance?
I didn't hear.
$250 a month insurance for his son.
How old?
18. Sorry.
18.
18. That seems more than it should be.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Now, again, it could be, income dependent, things of that nature, but that does seem a little high.
Hey, I started this conversation with you last week. This Medicare is offering an opportunity that I think is cool for seniors to get these GLP-1s.
Yes.
Are your phones blowing up about that?
We are getting a lot of people that are asking, and as you could imagine, when something new is rolled out, there's been problems, right?
Oh.
Because, one...
Hold on. I want to get into that when we get back.
Okay.
This is actually a hell of a conversation. Right back.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, this is Calvin.
And Sam. with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
We're looking for experienced deck builders and lead carpenters who want to build high-end outdoor spaces without all the headaches. We specialize in premium decks, covered porch roofs, outdoor living spaces, and custom exterior projects. These are the kind of jobs that you'll actually be proud to put your name on.
And we pay fast.
Apply today at callthecousins.com/careers.
That's callthecousins.com/careers.
Call the Cousins.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For years, Gone South has been a podcast about crime in the American South. But for our new season, we're widening the lens. Through deeply reported, narrative-driven stories, we're digging into the myths, scandals, and power structures that still shape the South, and, in a lot of ways, the country itself. Follow and listen to Gone South Season 5, an Odyssey podcast. Available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your show.
Pirates baseball tomorrow on the station that invented baseball on the radio.
Drive to right center field, deep to the wall. Clear the deck. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Toward the wall. There it is. First home run for Connor Griffin. The Bucks face the Braves at 11:40 with a North Shore Tavern leadoff show presented by Keystone Custom Apparel on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Why would a guy in financial services pick a fight with the financial industry? Because in many cases, the system they built works more for them than it does for you. Tune in for a new kind of retirement show with Greg Ayler. Now at a new time, Saturdays at 5 on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Sometimes you discover a product that changes your life. Harmony Organic Insect Control. My fear of fleas and ticks is over. Harmony also kills spiders, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stink bugs, lantern flies, and more. Nothing is safer, nothing works better than Harmony. End the painful scratching that torments your pet. Spray Harmony on your pet's clothing, sofa, curtains, and pillows. Harmony Organic Insect Control also works outside in your garden. Get Harmony. Visit participating True Value Hardware stores or online at harmonyoic.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Allegheny Health Network announced it is the first in the region to perform a robotic-assisted kidney transplant. The health system announced that earlier this year it successfully completed the first ever robotic-aided kidney transplant for a recipient. By utilizing robotics in transplants, surgeons are able to perform the surgeries by crafting smaller incisions, which reduces the risk of additional injury. Also, a new Dick's House of Sport location is set to open outside Pittsburgh early next month. Dick's Sporting Goods announced the grand opening of its Greensburg location will take place on Friday, August 7th. The store takes over the space of a former Sears location that closed at the Westmoreland Mall in 2019. Activations for the new location will include a ribbon cutting, giveaways, and visits from 2 Pittsburgh professional athletes. Pirates rookie shortstop Connor Griffin and Steelers offensive guard Jennings Dunker, who was selected in the 3rd round of this year's NFL draft, are scheduled to sign autographs at the new location over the course of the weekend. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Lance O'Brien and I have become good friends, and I send him these notes all the time. And I saw that, I actually like this idea. The government's saying, I think it's 10 to 15 million people could qualify for these GOP drugs for $50 a month. That's extraordinary, isn't it, sir?
Again, I'm always going to say this because I have to.
Yes, of course.
I'm not a doctor, right? I'm never going to tell everybody to go on it.
Yeah.
But it is there are side effects just like there are with any drugs. But if you can get access to something that is helping what is a major issue in our country, which is obesity or being overweight,
of course.
Yes, better access and more affordability to that is a good thing.
But into the break, you said folks are calling you. What are the issues you're seeing?
So the challenge is right now with any program that is new, communication, right? Because you've got these private insurance companies that are providing the prescription plans, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the federal government that has made this mandate. And then you have the pharmacies trying to dispense it, and you've basically got three people trying to get on the same page. So we're seeing denial letters or people that qualify, and then they're having to. So do I have confidence it's going to get smoothed out? Absolutely. But we're like a week in. It's probably going to take about a month in where it's really running smoothly. So, like, if somebody listened last week or they heard me on the radio, I would say don't give up. Like, if you first start and you and your doctor really feel like you need it, just be patient with the process.
In the break, you mentioned something crazy. Woman gets to a pharmacy. Guy says your script is $500. What happened there and how they fixed it at MediConnect is what I love. Tell this story, please.
Yeah, so the lady is somebody that we help put on a plan. So when we do that, we review somebody's prescriptions, we review everything, and we give them an idea of exactly what to expect. Well, when she walked into the pharmacy, the difference between what we told her and what they told her was massive. So she called us right away. And again,
hold on, what was the difference?
It was about $475.
No.
For 1 month.
No.
So, I mean, we're not talking $4.75. So, like, of course, think about it. What's her first reaction going to be?
Freak out.
Yeah, and on us. Because we told her this is what it was going to be, and we were like, no, this is what the system's...
drug?
I don't know, because it was client experience.
Sorry.
So, she calls us. We ask, can you put us on with the pharmacy?
Nice.
Pharmacy says this is what's
happening live.
This is happening live, and this happened yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So the pharmacy is saying this is everything that we're seeing, right? And this is what it's coming up to. And we're like, well, then it has to be at the carrier level. So then we put that lady on hold. They call out to the carrier. I'm not going to say the name.
No.
They call out to the carrier and say something is wrong at this pharmacy.
The
with
pharmacy
this.
called.
Yeah, no, we called.
You did.
We called the carrier. Our client experience team did. They had the wrong information in the system that was sending it to the pharmacy. Wow. So they went in, fixed it. Oh, ma'am, your prescriptions are $4.
No.
Yes, $4.
No.
Took about 20 minutes to clear that whole situation up.
From $500 to $4.
Yeah, because there was coding that was wrong in the system. That's why there's a couple things that I do think are really important here. First one is you need to have an idea of what your prescription are going to cost when you go in to get them.
Wow.
I think that's first and foremost.
How did she know?
She knew because she worked with us, and we gave her an idea of exactly what she should expect when she went to pick them up. So when she got there and it wasn't that, she reached out to us to say, hey, did you give me wrong information? Right? Second thing is if you do get to the pharmacy and it's significantly different than what you were told it was going to be, don't accept that. Don't pay for it. Pick up the phone. If you worked with a broker, call them. If you work with us, call us. Let us do what we do so that we can solve the issue.
Don't pay it.
I would not pay it. Wow. Now, again, I'll add a caveat to that, and this is the caveat. If you are completely out of the medication and you need it that day and you're not going to pay to pick it up and we can't solve it that day, what I would do is this, Marty. I still wouldn't pay. I'd call my doctor and said, I need 5 days of samples because they messed up something here. And I need to get this straight so I can afford the medication. Can you give me 5 days of samples? That's what I would do.
Massive, though, having someone like MediConnect to call.
And help you through the system. Because this lady didn't have to do anything. She just had to know the right person to call. Right? We handled all the issues and the problems that was facing her. So she was happy as a clam.
Are clams really happy?
I don't know. I don't eat them, so they're probably not happy. She was as happy as Patrick laying in his pool on a 100-degree day in Phoenix.
I want to see video of him sitting in his car when it's 114. You know how those dumb, idiotic reporters do that? It's 168. I'm cooking a ham. Do that this afternoon, Patrick.
I wanted to do it on the radiator of his vehicle.
Please, Patrick, will you? Embarrass yourself for us, please. And send us a video. He's saying no.
Of the air conditioning.
Oh, that's no fun.
Done.
We love Patrick. All right, my man. Thanks, brother.
Always.
Lance O'Brien is a fine lad.
You know, the little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1.